The Wild Wild West.
Wait till the camera gets
Okay,
this.
sorry.
Hi, we're here with Tom Segura.
Hello.
Nice.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
We were just recapping the beer Olympics, which I thought was going to be fun.
Yeah, I was invited to that. I couldn't make it.
You dodged a bullet because that shit sucked.
Yeah, I think I'm going to see those guys tomorrow.
Yeah. No, they're the best guys.
Yeah.
But man, if you get that many football guys together, it got so fucking competitive.
You need them to do it with themselves. It's like trans athletes. You guys do your own fucking thing and leave us out of this. It's not fun anymore.
We're two women. We're good in the women's league.
Yeah, exactly.
Me and Bert, everyone's like Shane and Bert are gonna win. Not nowhere near.
No.
What were the things?
It
Flip
was like
cup.
beer pong, flip cup, beer ball, which you just throw a ping pong ball at a beer can.
Okay.
And you gotta. That was me and Bert's worst because you have to scramble to pick the ball up.
Oh,
What?
shit.
Me and Bert can't bend down. And the other dudes were so fast and trying so hard.
That's
like,
the thing, they
shoving
don't-
dudes out of the way,
they
diving
don't
on the ball.
Do
like-
casual.
No.
When it comes to like a competition.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, if it's lounging, it's like you're hanging out. You're like, this guy's a regular guy.
Yeah.
And then it's like, who do you think is the best at this? And that just asking that question alone changes everything.
And that the chug, I blew it. So the opening event was chug a liter. So I think that's like 3 beers.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the one thing me and Bert have a shot at.
Yeah.
I tried to chug as fast as I could. It just went straight up my nose. I was like, "Ugh, I have to stop. I was such a bitch, dude. I was a bitch.
Was it
the
a bubbly
entire
carbonated?
day.
Was it carbonated?
I mean, yeah. It was,
Getting it up your nose is no fucking joke.
no,
dude.
and I
Let's
tried
be-
to
let's
power
be
through it. And I
serious.
stopped. And I was like, you're wearing my nose.
Bubbles in your nose is nothing.
was,
to fucking laugh at. Nothing to sneeze at.
It was so embarrassing. I was just a fat bitch all day. Then,
I'm so glad I didn't go.
yeah, you dodged it, dude. Although I was also bringing a lot of it on myself.
Talking a lot of shit.
I was chirping
you
Yeah,
should have
yeah.
called the cops.
because I was trying. Yeah, I threatened. I threatened all the tricks, dude. I said, if you put your hands on me, I'm shitting in your pool, dude. Don't come. I said, I have a gun in my car. I'm gonna kill everyone. I have an AR-15. I'm gonna shoot everyone in here if you keep bullying me.
What is the so wait, what's the pro lineup there? It's who?
Who was in?
Yeah,
was in
who
it?
was in it?
So the winners was George Kittle and DeForest Buckner.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
DeForest Buckner is a freak, dude. You
Yeah.
see that guy, you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
These
the
guys are all
debate-
retired.
No,
What?
they're like Pro Bowlers.
And they're
They
getting,
played?
Yes.
and they're getting hammered too.
Yeah. They got
Yeah.
shit face.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
so it's like not only that level of athleticism, but they're also fueled.
They're fired up.
Yeah, they're fired
And-
the fuck up.
And then, so like you guys know me. If somebody says something mean to me, I try to say the meanest thing possible.
obviously.
Yeah.
And if you do that to those guys, they will resort to violence.
Quickly, yeah.
They will immediately go to violence,
Yeah.
and then you're
How were they
done.
tempering it? Was it like just like headlocks and like?
Taylor gave me 10 different headlocks. He made me tap 10 times. And I was like, dude, I'm going to tap every time. Stop
Yeah.
doing it. And sometimes he wouldn't listen to the tap. I'd be like, dude, for real this time.
Oh,
And you're a big dude, which just
Not
goes,
even, I mean, I was a baby
no, but I mean,
boy,
it just
dude.
goes to like about like what other level
Yeah.
these fucking
Yeah.
freaks are.
I suplexed him.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
hope they got that
suplex
on
them?
camera. I got him a couple times in there.
There you
I was
go.
holding him underwater at one point. You know me in the water, dude. I
True.
said, come down to the deep end,
You are a
dude.
creature
a
in the
little
water.
hippo in there,
You're
dude.
a creature.
so Kittle
Kittle and Buckner at one.
and who else is there? That's
It was
pro?
Will and Taylor.
Yeah.
The guy that really did the most physical damage to me was a guy named James Neal. He's a retired NHL player.
Nasty.
And I thought he was joking. We were playing pool basketball, so we were shoving off
Yeah.
the ball, pushing
Yeah.
kind of as hard as we could.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was joking. At one point, while I thought we were joking, he grabbed me by the throat and held me down.
What the
And I
fuck?
was like, dude, I thought we were joking. And he was like, my bad on that one. I was like, holy shit. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
You're describing a scenario in which everybody then goes, "Where's Tom?" Because I would have fucking left.
Dude.
Like I would have been like, "Fuck this."
Yeah,
dude."
Bert was backing
Shooting
off
threes?
a little.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you goaltend?
He did not play pool basketball. Pool basketball wasn't the event. We were just
Okay.
playing.
Oh,
That's
you're
a
just
serious-
playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see Bert being like, I really didn't like when you choked me.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I didn't like when you shoved me.
Also,
held me
I
underwater.
Getting shoved. Is,
getting shoved, dude.
don't
it was
shove me.
By professional shovers too. Like
Yeah, true.
a guy
true.
that literally one of the best. Taylor Lewan's one of the greatest shovers
yeah,
of all time.
and he's shoving you.
He was shoving the fuck out of me, dude. It hurt so bad. I have cuts all over my back from the wall.
Oh,
Getting
the
pushed
wall's
against
the worst,
the
dude.
concrete wall.
You basically this is an advertisement to like, hey, don't invite anybody who's not
Never.
one of you, like to that thing ever again.
Yep.
It's a greatest
And,
fear. You go up to dunk and pull basketball, and your older cousin just shoves you into the wall.
Guy
and you're like,
punched
dude, I
me
might be
directly in
dead.
the. I went up for a dunk and a dude tried to swat it and just fucking hit me straight in the face.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, I called a
this-
foul.
This basically,
I said,
As you
dude,
should.
That's a
there's
foul.
got to be one foul here because I just got punched in the face.
This is what it really sounds like is like a group of big brothers. We're like, let's all invite our little brothers over,
Yeah.
and fuck them up for a day.
This
Yeah.
was the first experience of mine where I was the little brother because I was always big.
Yeah,
So I was never the little brother that you could do wrestling moves to.
Yeah.
This was the first
Oh,
time
dude.
guys were strong enough to just fucking ragdoll me but I was hammered.
right.
So
Which-
nothing hurt.
Yeah,
Nothing
Oh.
hurt until the next day. And I was like, oh my God. Covered in bruises.
It's a core part of my identity, being like a suplexable little brother.
Yeah.
That's all I knew growing up. was just getting beat
Getting
up.
suplexed.
I got beat up the entire time.
Yeah.
Older cousins and brothers.
Yeah, and you got big fucking cousins and
Big
brothers.
bros, yeah.
I never got that. I had sisters. I was just beating women. Like,
Yeah.
like my.
That's kind of nice.
it
I
is
had
fun.
sisters too.
Yeah.
Fifth grade is when things turned around in the house.
Yeah,
That's when I started dishing out.
yeah.
So it was wrestling. And then I was big into wrestling at the time. So I was like, all right,
Yeah.
I can do moves.
Did you ever
And they were
British
so
Bulldog
much older.
both of them at once?
they were like seniors in high school.
And you're like
They
holding
had to
them
come home
down.
and a fifth grade boy was like, come here.
Did you ever beat them up in front of their friends?
Yeah.
So friends would definitely that would
But
turn
their
them on.
friends would beat me up too.
Well,
when I was a young
obviously
man.
you're letting them, dude. That was, you're playing.
They used to hold me down. This was one move this lady used to do was hold me down, put my foot, I'd be flat on my back and tuck my foot into the back of my underwear. Like
Whoa.
that, so you can't get it out. You just have to roll around like a little pig
You
on
were
the
showing-
ground.
nah, you were
It's so
showing-
embarrassing.
You were showing her how flexible you were,
I was
dude.
so hard, dude. Oh, I forgot about that. That's a nice memory.
Did you ever have? So you had older sisters?
Yeah.
Did you ever have a sister's boyfriend punk you out, or like try to hurt you? I did.
No.
I had one time where, I was always kind of a smartass.
Yeah.
I guess so. This guy comes over, and I was like, "Oh, so I forget what I say to him, but I'm just like, it's not like really mean, but I think he was just kind of a dummy. So when I'm like, "Oh yeah, how's the season going? You guys doing all right?" And he's
He was
thinking,
an athlete.
He's an athlete. He's thinking that I'm either mocking him or
Yeah.
talking to him like an older man would.
Yeah.
And he was like, he just kind of
You're
looked at me
cleaning the gun the whole time.
and yeah, and
Nerf
then
gun?
nobody else.
Sorry, that's from me plopping on the couch. The couch is against the wall. It's usually
But everyone is out of the room. Like so it's just me and him for a second, and then he just looked at me and just real quick just punched me in the stomach.
what a beast.
Yeah. Yeah. I fucking
fuck?
cried. I cried. I was like, "Ugh." And I just
So were you nicely being like, "How's your season going?" Or were you?
yeah,
fun with
he was just taking it. I get it in a sense that he was like, why is this kid that's like a couple years younger than me being like, because I was
Yeah.
like, and I kind of like, I sat like on the arm of the couch.
call him
I was
Champ?
like,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, how's it going, man?
Yeah.
Like, and I think he was like,
How you doing, champ?
I think he was like, he was thinking I was setting it up. I
Yeah.
don't think I'd said something particularly, but he thought I was like, everything going all right there in class, and then he just went like bat like that, and I was like, like that. I fucking cried, dude. I went in the other room and cried, like so he couldn't see me cry, but I totally cried. Yeah.
Fuck yeah! Someone came out to date one of my older cousins, and we were like, I grew up next door to my cousins, so there's 10 of them and 6 of us. So this guy pulled up to like take one of my older cousins out. And it was just a bunch of little kids, and we like found his keys. He left them in his car, and we just hid them from him. for like hours. And this guy was trying to take our cousin out, and he couldn't. He was fucking furious. And we're finally like, "Yo, here you go, dude. We're fucking with you." And he's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, you guys are the fucking. You got the Whitakers. You got the Whitakers.
He was Lord of the Flies.
It's like, which one of you took my keys? Obviously, it was one of you. Dynamos. Just running around.
That would destroy you internally.
Yeah.
Yeah, as your keys are fucking like, and then
He's-
there's
Oh, it's so embarrassing.
Keys are gone.
You gotta check the couch at a stranger's house.
and then everyone's just like, "What are you
Did I
fucking
sit down?
You don't know your
You've
keys
been here
are?"
for 5 minutes.
Moron.
Yeah, we snatched him. Like,
Yeah,
fuck this guy. Who's this guy? Fuck this guy.
The pool basketball was a mistake.
Yeah.
Overall, fun trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, here's where things went south. I was a little drunk, obviously, from the beer Olympics. Not that bad. I took ketamine.
Oh,
But you did. I didn't know
Yeah.
that part.
Oh wow! At the Olympics.
At the end.
Okay.
After the thing on the way,
Such
we went
a
to
sick move.
It was just somebody cool was doing it, so I was like, I want to be
I'll
cool.
do it.
Yeah.
We were driving over. I was like, I'll do some cool stuff too. And I've never done ketamine.
What was it like?
I did too much.
Oh, you're in the hole.
I got out of the car, held onto a truck. I got out of the truck and just held onto the side, and I was like, I'm going home. I'm not going into the party. I have to go home. I can't walk. And it was at Zany's, so like,
Were you drinking and doing ketamine?
I was drinking, yeah, and then I took I stopped drinking as soon as that happened.
True. Yeah.
And then it was at Zany's in Nashville, so a bunch of like comedians, the owner was there.
This is just a party, an after party?
yeah, and all these comedians were like, Shane, hey, what's up? And I was like, hey, how are you guys? And like people were like, oh my god,
Yeah.
like this guy's got a real problem. Like, I'm on ketamine. I took ketamine. Everyone was like, ew. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go home.
Is it a comparable high to anything? Like, is it?
No, I don't.
It's like a disassociative.
Yeah.
So like it makes you leave your body.
Yeah.
I did it once, like a little bit, so it was like just great.
Yeah.
And then I did a lot.
I can't get high in any social setting though,
I
and,
can't
and
either.
enjoy myself.
But then I went home, and when I got thrown in the pool, my wallet was lost. So I didn't have my room key or my ID
No.
to get into the hotel. So I'd sit in the lobby until Bert got back because they had it.
What?
So
You
I'm
lost
just
it?
sitting there. I can't move. I was just sitting in a chair in a hotel lobby. And then they came back, and I was like, guys, I'm fucked. I can't walk. I did drugs, dude. I did fucking drugs.
My brain's a scrambled egg right
And
now.
then I was like, I don't think I can walk. And they were like, yeah, you can. Just walk over that wall and walk back. I was like, there's no way my legs work. Everything works fine.
Yeah.
You're just in your own head. You're like, I can't move my arms. They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
you can't. You're moving your arms. And then we sat there for a while. I just drank water for like an hour. It wears off.
Yeah.
It's 40. Isn't it like 45? I
It
never
wears
taken it.
off, and you're fine.
I heard it's short. Yeah.
So I sat there and then sobered up. And I was like, what the fuck was that? Why would I do that? That was insane.
But now that you've had that, would you
I'll
do
never
it?
do that again.
No, because even being aware, you think it'd be enjoyable if you were aware that you're not unable to walk? You know
no,
what I mean?
I don't. I mean, I guess people do it and they're used to it and they really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But
well, my
it's
brother
not-
has these lozenges. You just eat them and you
Yeah.
just lay down with a blanket and you leave your body for 45 minutes and you just come right back into it. He
If I was
claims it's
taking a
kinda
nap,
cool. Yeah, yeah.
that would have been great.
It's like a super nap.
But
Do you-
at a party,
No.
it's
Do you smoke
embarrassing.
weed?
Yeah.
Regular, like,
Yeah.
and you?
No,
No. Can you handle,
I've cut back.
I
though,
can't handle
considerably.
weed.
Can you handle edibles and shit too, or no? You
Yeah,
can.
man, I can handle. I can handle weed.
I can drive on them.
Yeah, like because
For
everybody,
hours.
because
Yeah.
I've had this thing where like I know that like regular smoke, like people who smoke a lot, and it's not always this way, but some of them have an incredible tolerance for edibles. Like Ryan Sickler,
Mhm.
Sickler,
Yeah.
he can
You can just munch them.
not just like
Yeah.
100. He can eat like 600 milligrams. Like he can
Yeah,
do.
I can't do that. I'll freak out. I don't need much. I'll freak
Yeah.
out.
Even
off, like, 20
Diaz.
milligrams.
Diaz was like, "There's
Yeah.
no way that Ryan can handle a star of death," and Ryan was like, "Give it to me." He ate the whole thing. It's like 600 milligrams. And
Yeah,
he was like,
that'll fuck me up.
he was fine.
I'll be high for like 2 days.
But you can probably like 20 and 50 do nothing to you.
50? No, they fuck me up.
Oh, they fuck you up.
I'm losing my mind. I'll take 10 milligrams and I'm losing my mind.
You just can function on it.
You're good
I
at
got you.
internalizing the freak out.
Yeah, exactly.
The second I take it, I'm just telling everyone. I'm like, oh, I'm done.
No, I'll be like,
go
I'm
around
getting to the
telling
next
everyone.
level of my consciousness.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be driving.
have
I'm
to
like, wow, it's
do-
such a hard turn to make on this road.
Nice turn.
Lancaster Avenue is poorly designed.
I can't believe that. Can you do stand up high?
No, I'm terrible. I'll forget what I'm doing. So I'll get a joke, I'll get a laugh, and I'll just go, all right, what am I up to now? And I go, oh no.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, yeah. For me, I want it
hate
so
it.
badly to be able to do it high. I can't.
Me too. And one of the hardest I ever bombed was on the road with Rogan, and he likes to fucking like really pull like from a massive fucking like a joint that is laced. And he's like here you go, and he's like do it, and I was opening for him. I was like, cool, all right. And then I was like, I'm so fucking high.
Yeah.
And then he goes, you go out there for like you go because I was like, it was like
God
me.
damn it.
And I was like, and I walked out there at the it was the Columbus Funny Bone, and they happen as everybody when you do those clubs, you're actually like begging for this guy Dave Stroop to see you perform because he books
All of them, yeah.
he owns like so they're like Stroop's here, and I was like cool. And I go out there and I remember that like the first thing I said, I was like I said something like, they introduced me and it was like it was packed, but it was like a mediocre reception. I was like, what is this fucking like Ann Arbor? Like trying to be like
Oh, that's boo.
Yeah,
If you bring up Ann Arbor
and they
Columbus,
were like super flat, and I was like, I'm about to bomb. Like
no.
And I bombed so hard that when I got off, it was even worse. I got off and I take that corner into like the back room, and the first person I see is Stroop, and he goes, what happened out there?
oh,
I was like,
shit.
I go, they're fucking, I don't know. It's just one of those.
Club sucks.
This
Fuck
place-
you.
Yeah. It's fucking terrible here, man.
Fucking
This
shithole.
place sucks.
God damn.
And
Yeah,
I was like, I can't just stand up high. And then, Joe's high. He's like, that was cool, right? And I was like, nah. He's like, yeah, it's good. I was like, mm-mm.
Yeah.
And then I did another one high, but also with him being like, here you go, just take it. And you're
Yeah.
like, all right. And that one the set was fine, but internally it wasn't. Cause like you hear like a hand slap and you're like, what's up with that? I was like, what is that? And he's like, it's people clapping. I was like, oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Why do we even do that?
dude,
I don't know. I can't do it high, dude.
No.
I don't like to even but I don't like to have a drink either. I like a drink after a set. I don't
Yeah.
like it before.
I can have one. If I have two, I start getting like asshole drunk confidence where I'm like, and I'm like,
I second guess things. What I do is I get off stage and I go, did I word that funny? Or like even when I'm up there, I'm like, I feel like I would have said this more clearly if I wasn't.
Yeah.
But you can do that.
I can drink and do stand up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Found out I taped a special this weekend, and
Oh, you did?
Turns out alcohol might help.
Really?
Yeah. The first show, I was like, I got to go into this sharp, sober, average.
Average show.
In between sets, I was like, I'm gonna kill. Give me those beers.
Dude, yeah.
You didn't really drink that much, though, did you? How
No,
many?
not like a lot, but like 4 or 5.
Grease the wheels.
Yeah.
You had 4 or 5 before the second show?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's not a lot. Like that's
not a lot.
That's not chilling. Like,
4 or 5 Bud Lights.
4 or 5
over the course of 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's nothing.
But yeah, this is a different thing. Like you are coming to the realization that this is fuel for you. Like this helps.
I did it.
Because most people would be like, "Oh, you're doing 5 beers before your second taping,
yeah.
so you want to sabotage your show."
Dude, I can have one drink. It does loosen you up.
I tried,
and it was
what
awesome.
We've talked about it before. I did a weekend in Tacoma, and I was like, I got to not drink.
Yeah.
So I was like, I had 0 alcohol the whole weekend, and every single show, I was like, this sucks. I suck. And then the Saturday late show, I was like, I'm gonna have a couple beers before this, and I just destroyed it.
What do you think it is? What do you think it is? Did that just put you in a different headspace?
Yeah, I think so. Just more relaxed, more yeah.
And what? So it was awesome.
I could probably get used to not drinking.
Yeah, you do. You do
Yeah.
get used to it. I prefer it now. So I am a
Yeah.
little bit sharper, but now it's like if I do have one drink, I do relax a little. It's like I save it for the very last show of the weekend. I'll have a drink while I'm on stage, and it's like Because if I have drink and I have not a good set, I just turn on myself. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
you drunk.
Yeah, yeah.
You drunk?
You drunk. I drink like 6 drinks a month. You fucking drunk
Feel
piece
like you're
of
a
shit.
piece of shit. Yeah, I'm a loser. Wait, so
Yeah.
the second one went great?
Yeah.
Where did you tape?
At Tyson's Hall, or no, Tyson's Virginia,
Tyson, yeah.
Capital One Hall. It's a new theater there. It's
Nice.
very nice.
That was
The-
the set, though. It was on. That was undeniable.
Also, it was less the alcohol, more I've never taped a special.
Yeah.
So that having a fucking camera floating around.
Yeah.
The first show, I was like, I'll just stare. I'd tell a joke and be like, just straight
just
into a
following
camera. Yeah. I was like, you guys see that?
But you're super happy now with the second one.
I'm happy with it. But then I don't watch myself do stand up.
Yeah.
So then I watch it. I'm getting clips and shit. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean, it looks
I can't
great.
get enough of myself saying. I watch
Really?
it. I'm like, man, you're
Are you
great.
serious?
I don't know why.
I know.
Something flipped. Something flipped
He was
inside
showing
of me.
me. Yeah, you were
where
showing
I'm
me
like,
clips.
I love it.
Yeah, you were showing me clips of your shit, and I was like, he was watching it like, I was like, dude,
I'm sick.
if
I
I,
don't know what's
see
wrong with me.
myself, I'm like,
That's been a recent development. Now I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
that looks great.
it does look great.
It's weird.
It does look great.
I swear to God, I
Yeah.
want to be like, it fucking sucks. But I'm watching. I'm like, it's
Yeah,
so
damn,
funny.
this is-
I forgot I did that.
This guy's so good. Who the fuck is this?
It's gross, dude.
I wouldn't watch the line cut
Yeah,
for months. And then they go, you have to give us notes.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
we have to get and then I sent in one set of notes and then they give you the second cut and they're like, we need this one. And
Scrap it.
Yeah, they're like,
And
how
I
do you
go-
like it now?
yeah, I was like, they go, have you watched it? And I was like, no, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, they go, we're going to actually like miss the release date if we don't turn this in like a week. And so I wish I shot in November, dude. And I was giving
Oh, geez.
notes in like late May to get this thing ready
Yeah.
for July. Like, and they were like, come on. And I
Go
was
look
like,
in the mirror.
I was like, I don't want to watch this. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It does suck. There's parts of it where you start going like I did it because I would be like, I shouldn't have filmed this. I'm a fucking idiot. And then like I'll have that and I'll be like, it gets better towards the middle.
yeah. Tough start.
Did you shoot yours recently too?
Yeah.
Where did you shoot yours?
Helium, Philly.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah, it's fun.
The first I filmed a YouTube special and I watched it.
That was great.
I watched
dude.
it. Oh, thank you.
That's great.
I watched
Yeah.
it by myself and I was like, this is a fucking disaster.
Really?
Like, this is the dumbest piece of shit. I look terrible. This is terrible.
It's so good though.
And then I watched it with someone else and they laughed.
Yeah.
While they were laughing, I was like,
Yeah.
it's good.
I fucking played it for Lemaire and Noah on the way home. They didn't even laugh. I was watching like, hey guys, I'm gonna rewind that part. That was actually good.
Did you hear that part? Did you get the nuance?
I wasn't listening.
Well, you can't put it on with those two.
Matt,
No, I was.
Tom, didn't you film your special in Philly Helium too?
No.
The
No.
cornrows one?
Which one?
White girls with cornrows?
Oh, fuck. Where did I? No, I recorded. That's funny. Sorry. I recorded that in.
They have it up at Helium, that's why I asked.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. They ask for albums from people who play the club. I recorded it in Denver. I remember that. I recorded it in Denver
Comedy Works?
at the South Club. And the
Oh.
reason I did it at the South Club because they wouldn't give me a week downtown.
Really?
Yeah, I had done it already. So I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, can I come back and do another?" I was like, "It's the
Yeah,
Magic
yeah, yeah.
Room," and they were like, "No, you can do it at the other club." Because I couldn't,
Yeah.
I just couldn't get the booking. You know.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck when you're trying to film a special.
Well,
Yeah.
it was.
I
Here's
was
the thing.
trying so
They
hard. I was
don't
like, where?
care if you're not. I wasn't a big ticket seller when I did it, so they were like, "No."
Yeah.
And then as soon as you sell tickets, they're like, "Oh yeah, we can make. We
Yeah,
can,
we'll bump everybody.
well, yeah, we'll just cancel people."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, that's how this works." Okay.
Yeah. They offered me that this time, and I was like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have a tour. Just pick one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the
Funny
the
how it
first time
works.
I was trying very hard to get a place. And everyone was like, you can do Wednesday here.
Yeah. And you're like, I
No.
can't. No, I need an audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creek was
Anyway.
a nice spot for it though.
Creek was great. I was happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that special's so good, man.
Thanks.
I was just talking about how like you can tell when you watch. I think every time I watch specials, and like I first of all finish it,
Yeah.
or I think I even at the 15-minute mark. Like I remember watching first time I watched Bert's first special, the Secret Time one.
Yeah.
I called because they gave me an advance screening on because I was going to do a podcast. I go, you sent it to me and Netflix sent it to me. I was like, you're definitely going to do theaters next. He was like, really? I go, absolutely, because
Yeah.
it was really good. Nate Bargatze's first one, I paused it and I go, You clear your schedule. Like
Yeah.
this is really, really good. And I thought yours was like that too. It
Thank
was
you.
really, and it did have that effect.
Yeah.
Like it's totally changed your touring life.
Let's change to you
Oh, okay.
instead of.
I will say I did watch. I never watched specials, and I was
Yeah.
like, let me see what they're like. And I was watching yours. I'm like, God, this was fucking good. I was like, turn it back
good.
on, like watching it now, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
I watched Sledgehammer last night,
Oh, thanks.
and it was I don't watch specials, or I do, but I turn you turn them off.
Yeah.
Turn them off.
Yeah.
I was laying right there. I haven't laughed out loud at a special in a very. I was by myself at like midnight, laying right here, like ah. the closer made me.
Oh, thanks,
I was
man.
dying, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was really fucking good, man.
It is the best to hear. I mean, people can tell you that they like it, but when other comics tell you they like it,
Yeah.
there's no
Yeah.
comparison. It is the best.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling. And in the round filming it there, it was.
Yeah, it was cool.
I thought it looked awesome.
I thought, dude, I deserve no credit, but when I did want to do it in the round because I was like, it's a fun, different thing. I'd done the round in a couple arenas, and then there's only a couple theaters left that
Yeah.
have the round. One's in Long Island.
Yeah.
I forget the name of that one. It's an old theater, and it's the Paramount. Yeah, I think it's
Maybe.
the Paramount.
Paramount, I didn't do it.
It's in the round.
How do you do it? You just slowly rotate, like.
Dude, I did that theater with Berg.
The Celebrity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I never did a round.
Yeah,
I stood still and rotated.
it's very common.
And my feet, when the cord was around my feet at one point.
Yeah.
I was doing a 15-minute set.
Yeah.
And I got in a circle.
Yeah.
And then half my act is, most of it's dumb facial
So
expression.
Yeah.
you slow dance.
So you make a facial expression and only a third of the room sees it.
Yeah.
And then I'd turn around and be like,
You give it to
Do it to the other side.
I'm
You
like,
guys
just to
get it?
show
Yeah.
you guys what you missed. Yeah, I did not like it. I was not used to it, but
Yeah.
it's so cool looking.
It is. It fucking. They did a killer job of the set. I thought
Yeah.
it was actually the like when I went out for the because you arrive early on
Yeah.
tapings. I walked into that room and I was like, holy shit! And they go, oh, this isn't even like done. They're
Yeah.
like, kill the. And they showed me. I was like, this is the
Yeah,
coolest
the bulbs
looking.
coming down was,
It was
cool.
It was
That's
fucking
kinda
rad.
tight.
Yeah, it looks cool, man. It
Yeah.
looks really good. Yeah, they killed it. That's John Irwin produced it. He's the fucking man. So he made it look good. And I taped 4.
Really?
I taped 4, and I'd never done that. And everybody who had done it was like, "You got to do it. You got to do it." And your experience is what I've always experienced in tapings, which is like you do show 1, and you're like, "All right, like we got one," but like show 2 is always what I use. We tape 4 fucking shows, and we use show 1.
My man did
I
6.
psychoed out,
My
yeah.
man spazzed.
I was like-
my man spazzed and did 6.
I had the whole
6?
weekend. I had 6 shows, so I was like, just film all of them,
Wow.
just in case. If
Wait,
I
what do
miss
you-
one, I'll be pissed.
Have you gotten to the edit yet? Are you ready?
Yeah, we did. We ended up using mostly 2 of them.
Yeah.
So
Dude, I used show 1. I've never done that before, and I used the
Really?
whole. That's it.
that's kind of tight.
The Austin one I did show 1.
Yeah.
But I did Friday. I was trying to film 4, and they just fucked up Friday.
Yeah.
And then no one told me because they didn't want me to be upset when I went on stage.
Yeah.
So I got done. I was like, killed it. I was like, that was it. And they were like, we didn't have audio. I was like, wait, what? They're like, so we got crowd reactions those are going to be good. I was
Great.
like, oh, well, that's wonderful. So now I have
didn't
2
know that.
shows. Yeah.
We had kind of a similar thing where they didn't want to tell me this, and I could tell by the way they were talking. So like, show 1 is it's the one you saw, and like the
Yeah.
crowd, I care about obviously the performance, but like the energy of the like
Sure.
you want to put one out that's like energetic and hot.
Yeah.
So it's like a bonkers crowd.
Yeah.
Right. They're really hot. So I'm in love with it. I do show 2 on Friday, and I was like, that's all right. Definitely show 1. And they're like, all right. Saturday comes, and the show is like, it's a good performance, but it's a little less energy. And I'm like, well, hey, we're still on show 1. And they're like, People start to tell me, they're like, no, this one. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
They're like, that you were amazing in that. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, well, this feels weird that you're saying this.
Yeah.
Because-
Why are you
because-
saying this?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, why are you saying this? Then I do the 4th show, and they're like, actually, that one. And I'm like, wait, what? And then I realized that show 1, they had a little bit different lighting scheme. It wasn't as dark.
Oh.
So the producers and like the crew, they prefer night too because it's clean, like it's more cinematic looking.
Yeah.
They had a little bit of like fog in the air
Yeah.
in show
Pretty tight.
1, and they cut that, and I was like, okay. And then they go, we didn't. First of all, they're like, there's more people moving. Like there's people getting
Yeah.
up in show 1, and on the rest of the shows they tell them don't
Yeah.
move. So like that's a distraction. I go, I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
Yeah.
about any of that. I go, I don't care if it's brighter and there's people moving. I go, the show is better. That's the special.
Yeah. Usually.
And they did not want me to do it. They wanted me to use
Mm.
these other shows, but I was like, you can't let that shit dictate what you pick.
Yeah.
You know?
I was distracted.
You were? No. No,
not
people have told me.
once.
Some people have messaged me. They're like, what's up with all the people moving? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Really?
Yes.
To have people walking in front of the camera and shit, it's like mine was more of a learning experience than anything else.
I'm like,
Now
oh,
I know how you do them. I didn't know.
Yeah, it is a weird thing.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's the most uncomfortable feeling.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, luckily I heard I could kind of like you explained me your whole thing where you watched it yourself and were like freaking out. So I was like, okay. So I just didn't have to. I was just like, whatever.
Watching it yourself is.
But yeah, now you're in heaven. You love
Nightmare.
watching yourself. So this
Now
is-
I'm
yeah.
how could I
Now
get?
he watches
You're like, this is
himself.
the best of it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
show
show
my
it.
wife.
what? I'll walk in the room and he's like, I'm like, what do you want? What meme is that? Let me see that. He's,
It's me.
It's a me.
Dude, it's weird. It's been a weird shift that happened internally where I'm just like, I'll catch myself doing stuff. I'm like, yeah, that kind of looks stupid. And I go,
Sure.
you'll get it next time, brother. Don't worry about it. Look
What
at that
the
thing. That's
fuck?
great. It's crazy.
Oh, that's so nice.
weird,
dude.
yeah.
That's nice.
That's
It's
a
weird.
really nice thing.
It's weird.
Guys, stop buying boring, generic nicotine pouches. You're not a boring and generic person. You deserve better. Lucy Breaker pouches are the way to go. They have a liquid flavor capsule inside that fucking bursts in your mouth and moistens the pouch. Oh, give you a wave of awesome flavor. Matt, have you ever given a wave of awesome flavor to someone's mouth?
I have. I don't know about awesome flavor, but
You can choose your nicotine strength and select your flavor, the ultimate in customization with awesome options like apple ice, mango, and espresso. There's no wrong pick. There's not one wrong pick in there. Me personally, I'm a big mango head. You know that about me, dude.
I know that. Those
I've got
citrusy
very
fucking flavors.
citrusy, fruity tastes.
I'm more of a mint guy myself.
Yeah,
Cool.
I
mint.
can see that. You're cool as ice.
I mean, I'll take, excuse me, I'll take a
Take
mango
a fruit blast
flavor.
to the fucking mouth.
I'll take a fruit blast to the mouth any day.
If you're a gum kind of guy, Lucy has you covered. Pick your flavor, pick your strength, and get your nicotine fix whenever, wherever you want. You know where I like it is on the aeroplane. When I'm on an aeroplane and I'm not allowed to chew tobacco, I like to enjoy Lucy. Visit Lucy, lucy.co, and use promo code DRENCHED to get 20% off your first order. Shipping is always free. That's lucy.co, promo code DRENCHED to receive 20% off and always free shipping. Glad I said that twice. Here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every product's fucking legal or age verified. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine's addictive. Let's get back to the show. Man, Tom Segura is a cool cat.
The man. Life is full of decisions. What job to take, where to live, who to spend your time with. Whether you're dealing with decisions about your career, relationships, or anything else, therapy helps you stay connected to what you really want while you navigate life. When you're in tune with who you are and what your goals are, making decisions becomes so much easier. BetterHelp's online therapy is an amazing way to get started. It's totally online, so you can work around your schedule and do therapy whenever and wherever it's convenient for you. If that means doing therapy on the go, that's awesome. If you're tuning in from under the covers on a hard day, that's fine too. Sorry. Oh,
Yeah, you farted.
I'm such a dumbass.
I didn't even catch it either. I just looked at it. Yeah,
Just
fuck that ad.
Oh my God.
That's
Therapy
crazy.
has been life changing for me. It's been very important. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. If for any reason you don't love the therapist you're given, you can switch at any time for free.
You know what also is a nice
No questions asked.
for a personal endorsement? It's perfect for the babe, dude. You know when your wife or your girlfriend's giving you bullshit, talking about her feelings and shit,
Yep.
you go, babe, here's a Zoom call with a guy that's gonna fucking swallow that horse shit that you're he's designed perfectly to swallow all your stupid shit you're saying. and spit it back to you like you think you're in control. You're not. No one's in control of their lives. Anybody that pretends to be in control of their lives is fucking lying, dude. Life sucks. But I could use better help. Maybe I should get on there.
True.
I can be in complete control of my feelings and thoughts.
To be fair, yeah, and I think they are a completely reformed company because they did get in trouble for selling people's information. But we've all made mistakes. That's why we need therapy.
That's
dude.
why therapy's good.
I'd sell information if I had any fucking information. I'd sell it right now.
I'd sell it all the time.
I'd
Are you
sell
a
it for-
closer? Are you a fucking closer or not, dude? BetterHelp's a bunch of closers, dude.
But it is good. You should talk to someone about your problems. for real.
BetterHelp, dude. We love you.
Here's the thing. You should talk to someone about your problems. And even if they sell your location for 5 cents to Mark Zuckerberg, who cares, dude?
Gives a fuck,
Elon
dude. They
Musk
already
is
know
on
where
a
you are
tombstone,
anyway.
dude.
They might as well. What, BetterHelp's not allowed to cash in a little?
That's what I'm saying,
Everyone
dude.
else knows where you are already. Who
You gotta
cares?
listen to your fucking crap all the time.
You gotta
Like,
listen to
"Yeah, I did my job
When
and I
my
was like,
dad died, it was really fucking hard for me. Yeah,
But
shut
seriously,
up.
though, you should. I swear to God, you should talk to someone about your problems. You probably have all kinds of weird biases you don't even know and subconscious hang-ups you can't even fucking think about. Just fill out a brief questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist. Oh, you already said that.
Probably stop. They're
Let
not gonna,
therapy be your
they're not
map
gonna
with
pay
BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/drench today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/drench.
Probably not doing that one again.
That's funny though.
Yeah, fuck it.
This summer, stop looking like fucking trash, you dumb idiot. You can't keep wearing these worn out college shirts and those promotional tees from the gym. It's time for an upgrade with True Classic. Everything they make is comfortable, breathable, and has an incredible fit. Their t-shirts are designed to hug those biceps you've been working on, and they come in packs, so you'll have enough for every day of the week. If new shorts are on the shopping list, their quick dry active shorts are perfect for your workout, or hit the bar in their chino shorts that come in ton of color options. Honestly, I do love True Classics. I'm wearing my True Classic shirt too. Dude.
Flex as hard as you can for the camera for as long as you can. As long as you can, dude. Pass out.
True Classic is so sure you'll love what you buy that they have 100% free risk guarantee and easy returns. So if you're ready for an upgrade, if you're ready to upgrade the way you look in your wardrobe, shop now at TrueClassicTees.com. TrueClassicTees.com and save 25% off with the code DRENCH. That's TrueClassicTees.com. Code DRENCH for 25% off your first order. Look your best, feel your best, and be your best with True Classic.
Oh yeah, brothers.
I judge my voice, my hand.
Dude, you know what?
It's
Know what
just-
I did? I stopped. I used to be in the grocery store and I would see people and I'd be like, "Look at this dumb fucking pussy, dumbass." And I stopped doing that. I just made an effort to stop doing that, and I got nicer to myself as a result.
What?
Totally didn't even go for it.
Look at that
Dude, I used to
growth.
be like, look at that lady's stupid head. And I'd be
Yeah.
like, look at that fucking weirdo. And I started just being like trying to be nice in my head.
That
to
guy
people.
thinks he's better than me.
Yeah, literally, it's that.
Look at him.
It's that. It's being
Fucking
like that guy.
handsome fucking
Yeah, he's
homo.
tall and probably has a bigger dick than me, but like
Yeah.
I'm probably better SAT scores than that guy. Yeah, I cut a lot of
Nobody
that out.
in here knows I did a Netflix special. No one. That's why they're treating me so poorly. It's not because I'm disheveled.
Dude, now I'm at the beach with my family right now. Now I'm real. This is another test, a mental test, dude. We're like, I'm there. I got kids, my wife, and you'll see like, just like college
Shit bodies?
kids with beautiful
Oh, beautiful.
women,
Yeah.
like tossing a football back and forth. There's a part of me that's kind of like throw me the ball, guy. I have to be like, dude, that's over for you, man.
Yeah.
That's not.
I learned the hard way this week, dude. I learned a very hard way
There's
that
part of me that's like,
horseplay is done for me.
Yeah.
yeah. I
But
just
also,
gave up my
what
game.
he's saying, though, like what you're saying, I have bit my tongue where like, it'd be really fun to throw the ball right now.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
you know what I mean? Like,
It's nothing to do with those
it's
chicks in
fun.
bikinis.
They're
Yeah,
having
you learned
fun.
the hard way too. Horseplay's done, dude.
Horseplay.
You learned the hardest.
Oh,
You
dude.
learned one of the hardest ways I've ever seen someone learn. Horseplay years are over, dude. You can horseplay a little.
I was
but
doing a
no more
gator.
dunk contest.
Dude, I was
And here's
crazy.
the thing.
Dude. I forgot about
It's out of
that.
control.
Here's the thing. I've gone to do it again.
No,
Yeah, I know.
You
And
have to.
well, here's the thing.
you gotta learn to fly again.
I stopped. I stopped.
Sky, dude.
We were raising it again, and before it got to like, oh, this will be a challenge, I was like,
What were you
gotta
at? Like 9?
9 was the last one that I did.
Yeah.
Before
That's
I got,
good.
and then we raised it, and that's where I got hurt. No, this time when I
Wait,
went
you
back,
dunked on 9?
I dunked on
That's
9.
good.
And I dunked
And
on
you were
9 at
big.
250.
That's crazy.
What?
Yeah, it was 250.
That's crazy.
And I also like when the surgeon.
That's really fucking impressive.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I was 42. Like, I mean, so that was like, but the surgeon, he goes,
I tried to dunk in the Sky Zone off a trampoline recently and just braked on the rim. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Just reminded me, I was like,
Jimmy one?
I'm on this. I was like, oh, fuck, dude.
no, I was so fired up. I think, but that surgeon, he goes, I tore, so I had a double whammy because I tore this tendon. And he goes, most people when they tear their tendon, they tear it at the connection point. So either like where it is on the patella or where it is here. He goes, yours tore in the middle. He goes, what you see like in 2% of these things. And I go, so what? He goes, it just takes a tremendous amount of force. So it makes sense because like there's this 250-pound dude
250-pound
jumping
dunking.
as hard as he can.
Oh.
And then it just like snapped in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like Zion.
I kind of look like him.
You're like Zion, dude.
Yeah. How is that guy not broken?
He's just blowing out of shoes and shit, dude.
But he's like fucking.
Yeah, they traded him. He's gonna explode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Where is he now?
Didn't they trade him?
If they trade, they just signed him.
Oh no, never mind. I thought he was no. For some reason, I was thinking Memphis, which
You
would
just
be
had that baby mama scandal.
yeah,
huh?
the baby
Oh, the
mama
baby mama
scandal
thing,
was.
Oh, no.
Which was, she sold him out, right? Like she went on social media and was like,
I think
Yeah,
he
I
had
think she was like
two
an
different.
OnlyFans girl.
what did she say?
What was the?
Like an OnlyFans girl and then another OnlyFans girl.
Oh,
Ryan Mills, I believe.
Who is this guy?
Zion Williamson?
Pro
He's a
baller.
basketball player.
Is he the guy who just got drafted, or he's new?
No, he got
No.
drafted. He was a freak. He played at Duke,
he
Okay.
was so freaky.
He's a freak,
He
dude.
sounds familiar. Yeah.
but he's fat.
Oh, really?
He keeps getting,
Uh,
every time because he's like not playing,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
he'll just gain like 80 pounds.
Jesus
but
Christ.
But he can
fucking-
jump out of the gym like he's a monster.
Do you know what they gave us a tour at Cameron when I did?
Yeah.
I did a show at in whatever,
Yeah.
Durham, whatever. So they gave us a tour at Cameron, which is fucking rad because there's a bunch of Duke haters, but I'm like, give me a tour of any.
Yeah, I blew it.
True.
I said no.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just did Durham, but I was like, my flight was
Oh,
close.
it was so
I
cool.
blew it. Fuck.
So I was talking to the guy.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. Fuck. He gave me. He gave
You
me.
sure
the-
it didn't suck?
No, it's just the best.
It was hot in there.
so cool.
Sucked.
It was so rad. And the guy, one of the guys who gives us the tour, he's been there for like their whole dynasty, right? Like this guy who's just like been a. So we're there's all these like photos, trophies everywhere, and he's like talking about each player, like this guy. So I was like, what's up, like. Talking about Zion because there's a couple of pictures of him that look like they're fucking AI, just fucking flying through the air, and he's 6'8", and he's like 260 when he was
Jesus Christ.
freshman in college, and you're like, Jesus Christ. And he's like, when we did the vertical test, they take, you ever seen those for like have them at the combine where it has like these little
Yeah, you jump straight up.
Oh, you tap.
you tap
Yeah,
it
it's
and then
got
the thing
these-
moves.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
So like,
every inch is a little plastic.
And
Yeah.
It shows which one you hit.
Yeah.
and when you go pop, it goes like that, right? So, and they go all the way to the top. So he goes and he does the vertical test and he hits the very top one. So the whole thing moves and they're like, what the fuck, right?
Yeah.
All the other players are like, so then they get a 45-pound plate from the weight room and they put the vertical thing on that,
Yeah.
right? So now
Yeah.
it's like whatever,
Yeah.
this much higher. Top one. So they take a second plate. So now it's two 45-pound plates on top, hits the top one, and they go, that's it.
What is his vertical jump?
I mean, when he's sub 300.
Oh, because he's
it's
fucking
like,
so
yeah.
tall too.
yeah, but still, a guy that
That's
big
crazy.
doing that, I mean,
But no, if you're that tall, also that kind of hurts your vert. 'cause
True,
It
yeah.
starts where your hands straight in the air.
he's,
You
but
know what I
he's,
mean? That's where you
Yeah,
start
yeah, yeah.
measuring.
it's over
Oh,
40.
okay, so yeah, and then they measure.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's over 40
But
inches.
yes, him being tall,
That's
he would
nuts.
start.
Which is
yeah,
nuts.
AI had like a 40-something inch
Yeah.
vert.
He's
What
got
is
a
it?
45-inch vert.
That is fucking
That's-
crazy.
AI had a 40-something vert.
AI's has got to be insane.
Yeah.
Tommy, this is great. We were on the road. It was me, Naeem, and Tommy. And Tommy and Naeem were at the gym, and Tommy was doing box jumps.
Who's this?
My friend Tommy
Oh,
Pope.
okay.
And it was you. No.
Oh yeah, and we were doing box jumps.
Yeah.
I remember.
But Tommy did a box jump onto a 44-inch box, and they were like, 44-inch vert.
No.
They came to lunch with me, and they were like, Tommy has a 44-inch vertical leap. I was like, LeBron James has a 44-inch vertical leap. Donnie did not have a 44.
He lifted his knees
Yeah, I
up.
googled it.
Yeah,
I was
he
like
goes-
top verts.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
Vince Carter 45.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you're pretty much Vince.
I don't think you can tuck your knees to your chest.
No,
and
they
jump.
tucked their knees and jumped up. It's like, yeah.
How about Morant? What is his vertical? It's got it.
Morant's verticals.
It
gotta
looks
be
so stupid.
Insane.
It doesn't look real actually when he jumps. Have you ever seen that guy jump?
No.
It actually
It's
looks
comical.
cartoonish.
It's
It's
funny.
crazy. Yeah,
It
when
looks
people float like
cartoonish.
that, it's kind of
It's
like
funny.
bizarre.
He's got 44. So him and Tommy and John
him
Morant.
and me are like right there. That's fucking.
Zion. I was following Zion when he was in high school because it was all of his highlights were everywhere. He was from South Carolina, and so he was just playing against white dudes that are 5'5".
Yeah.
And it's the funniest
It's
mixtape.
hilarious.
It's the funniest mixtape you've ever seen. He's going through the leg dunks on kids.
And there's that one kid that's like, there's that famous kid.
Oh, a
that's like,
kid who's like talking shit to him,
Yeah.
trying to D him up. He
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
fucking dunked on.
Oh,
And the kid's head
pants.
is like up to
Yeah.
his tit. And you see him going like this to people. Like Zion's like, what's going on?
That was me. That was me in
Yeah.
pool basketball.
Yeah, that was
For real. I was like, let's go. Nothing you guys can do. I'm never going to tap. I tapped. Help. This isn't fun anymore.
This is how
Thank
old
God
I
for
am.
Michael Chandler.
When I was in high school, before we transferred to that, there's this crazy, like, school in Carolina that's for, I think it's Oak Hill Academy.
oh yeah.
That's Oak Hill. I think that was Carmelo.
That's-
Yeah. But so Vince went there, or went to one
Yeah.
like that, but not he started in Daytona Beach. And when I was in high school in Florida,
Yeah.
I was not that far from Daytona. So like when you would watch local news, they would be
Yeah.
like local freshman Vincent Carter, and then they would show him do like reverse fucking double pump
Jesus
shit on people. You're like,
Christ.
oh my
Yeah.
god,
That's
this is so stupid. And then he transferred up to that school, but it was
we had
fucking-
Kobe in our area. Like
Kobe.
my
Really?
cousin
Yeah.
had to play against Kobe in a summer league and was just like,
yeah.
he's like, dude, my cousin was really good too, and he was just like, dude, it was just, he's a freak, and you just felt like crazy.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a kid in high school, like we went to the gym, and we like the high school gym, and this was like at this big high school in Milwaukee suburbs. You know, we all played basketball in middle school.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's just go to the gym here. And this kid does the cup. He cups the ball here, and then he goes like that and dunks. We were like, what the fuck?
Oh, we have to go home.
Like, yeah, we're not playing basketball
on
here at
ketamine.
all. Yeah, yeah. let's-
Ketamine just kicked in.
Yeah,
I have to go home.
I'm gonna dissociate
go
now.
sit.
Yeah. Give me a blanket. Let me lay down for 45 minutes till these guys leave.
I didn't know you got stuck on the ket.
I got stuck. I was in a K-hole, dude.
You
It was the
were.
most embarrassing shit possible. After getting beat up all day, I took it to the next
You
level.
processed, though. You
I took it to
processed.
the next level,
You
dude.
processed the
They
fucking.
gave me Pizza Hut. They were like, "You need something to eat." I was like, "This is the best pizza I've ever had." They're like, "This is disgusting. It's disgusting shit." I was like, "It's so good."
It's so good, dude.
saved your life.
It did. Pizza
Pizza
Hut
Hut saved your life?
Pizza Hut brought me back.
It grounded your body. Your spirit body needed to be grounded with like fat and grease,
Dude,
just back to your.
You're coming down from sobering up and just being like, "What a fucking embarrassment." Why would I do drugs? I know I can't do drugs.
I just did ayahuasca and
Did you really?
Yeah,
Well,
but the
that's
baked
nice.
the chocolate, like they cook, so you don't have to go through the vomiting
What?
diarrhea. They cook it down into these it doesn't taste good,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's way better than have like the authentic version. And I'm so fucking stupid that everyone I've told to, they're like, "What are you fucking retarded?" Like I ate it at night right before. I was like, I ate it before bed. I'm like,
What?
it'll help me go to bed. I was just like wanting to feel a buzz, and then I was just like,
Wait.
in bed. I was like, ah!
How
Like, just
strong
like-
was it?
It was too strong.
Wait,
It
you
was,
took just ayahuasca just on a whim?
yeah, like 11 o'clock at night.
I thought you were like with a shaman, like
No,
having
no.
a guided.
No, here's the thing: the shaman sent it to me
was
with
like, just
instructions.
eat it.
I didn't read them. I didn't look. I read them the next day, and they were like, "Go into this with intention," and like, you know,
Yeah.
I just ate it, and I was just in bed, like, "What the fuck? I shouldn't be on tour this much." Like, I was just like, like it was fucking. It was
Yeah, you're
not-
on like DMT basically.
Oh
for,
yeah, and then
forever.
I look over at the clock, and it's like 4, and I'm like, "Oh, like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna sleep at all tonight."
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That's
It's fucking-
insane.
Yeah, it was
experience.
stupid. Yeah.
How
Damn,
long
they
did it
make
last?
Ayahuasca chocolates now.
I think I went to bed around 6 a.m. You know, and I slept like 2 hours and then got it. But I mean, I was whacked.
You're
That
a changed
day. I
guy.
was fucked up. Yeah. And then everybody was like, "Why would you? Why?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "I just got it in my head because I'd had these like edibles that were like
10 milligram
10 milligram
edibles.
edibles. Yeah, yeah. And I was like, I'll eat one of these.
Yeah, whatever.
And go to. And I was out. I was like, I'll just eat the ayahuasca. It's so stupid. Yeah, I was so fucking out of my mind.
I have that Molly in my room that someone who isn't me gave
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
And they're just burning a hole in my pocket.
Yeah.
Dude. I just look at them every night. I'm like, I should just hang out
Yeah.
and take Molly. I'm so afraid to do it.
Really?
Yeah. I've done it before and it's great, but just doing it on like basically a school night,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
true.
insane, dude.
Yeah.
I would just sit here and play a video game and it's coming though.
Yeah, I
Do
get
those go
scared.
bad?
I do get scared. When
Do those
things
go bad?
I don't think so. No, it's just in like a crystalline form. It should
Yeah.
last forever. I get scared when things kick in on me. I'm like, oh fuck, here it comes.
Yeah.
It's like, that sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
Ayahuasca, when you weren't quite sure of what it was going to do.
Well, here's the thing, and I had a guided experience before.
Okay.
Where like that
Yeah.
one was cool with like the shaman and that was, you know, a whole thing where it was fucking a whole day of that.
Yeah.
But they were like watching you and, you know,
So you knew what you're getting into then.
I just got. It was just like when your brain goes,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
it'll be
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
being stupid.
Yeah,
It was just.
yeah.
I've done that with edibles where I just like I'll like impulsively be like and gobble them up and then like have to go to like a kid's party and I'm
Yeah,
like,
and you're like, what?
oh, why did I do that? I feel
Yeah,
like kicking. Like,
yeah.
I didn't even know I ate that.
Yeah.
Or you just tell yourself it won't affect me like that, like it does normally.
Yeah.
I'm in a different
I'll be-
place now. I think
yeah.
I'll just flow with it.
Matt
It's
used to make edibles and he would test them out on me sometimes.
yeah.
And I
Really?
would forget. I would
I would like
forget
make
I
them
ate them.
commercially. I'd make like thousands of them.
Yeah.
yeah.
And he wasn't. The dosage wasn't precise in the
Evenly
early
split?
stages.
Nah.
Nah, 'cause it's like coconut oil, so like the
The
water and the
Skizzlers,
fat.
dude.
The Skizzlers
The
were nice.
Skizzlers will knock you out.
Yeah, I almost blew our kitchen up. I was making like an Everclear tincture, and I was just boiling it on the stove on a gas stove like an idiot, ever so lightly, and it just like. I was like,
Huge fire. I was playing
I yelled for
Xbox.
Shane.
I was just sitting there on like a folding chair in front of a shitty TV. A giant flame. Matt's panic skills are out of control, dude. The fire starts. He's like,
I run in circles when I panic. If I'm panicking, I just run in a circle like an animal. It's bizarre. He saw me. I cut my finger. It was the same thing. I was
Yeah.
squirting blood out of my finger, and I just ran in a circle, just going. "Ah!" And he's like, "Dude, you gotta go to the hospital." I'm like, okay, take me, please. I do not. I freak.
yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. But yeah, I'm off the edibles right now. I've been
Being
taking
good?
it easy on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was pigging out for decades.
What's your like? So are you like a roll a joint guy? Or are you?
Yeah, I can smoking weed. I can smoke it. I'm like,
You're fine.
Yeah.
if I eat it, I get fucking.
I can't
whacked.
even tell when you're high.
Yeah, if I
Like
smoke.
not really. I can
No.
tell when you're fucking very high.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you're like a little high, I have no.
No, it's so I can
It's not
smoke
like
weed.
Lamisi. Lamisi, you can see it.
Yeah, true.
Like right now, I can see his eyes. He's not high.
I'm not high right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
So straight and narrow.
Yeah.
No,
Shut
the
down.
edibles-
He gets high, he just comes in.
I'm a very obvious tell. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't hide it at all.
Wait, so what was the bedtime ayahuasca experience like? It was just you.
The
Yeah, what happened?
the
See anything?
No, well, here's the thing: is like at first when it first comes on, it does feel like an edible is hitting you because it's just kind of starting.
Mm-hmm.
So, like in other words, like you go, oh, okay, I feel a little buzz, starts a little bit of a body high.
You put your nightcap on. You're like,
You're
I'm going to bed.
good. I'm like, this is gonna be nice. I'm just gonna fall asleep now, you know. And then your brain's like, here's things that you shelve. And then,
Ooh.
but here's the thing, and then you start to feel it.
Laying in bed, that happens anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
But you
this
can
is-
see 'em
it's-
probably.
It's
Oh my
magnified.
God.
It's magnified. But also on top of that, a lot of physical, like your whole body starts, vibrating, and so you're just kind of like, oh shit. And then the thoughts just kind of grow, and it wasn't panic. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
you know how like you can get paranoid on like a really strong. It's not like
yeah.
that. But you just kind of start ruminating and thinking about things and there's no way to switch it off.
Yeah.
Like, but also in a way, it's kind of nice because hours go by and you're not like, I wish this would end. You're just kind of like lost in your thoughts and whatever
Holy
you're thinking
fuck.
about. But you're physically like, I remember at one point I was like, oh, I can't get up right now. Like I'm too high to stand up.
Yeah.
And I look over and it's like 3, and I was like, ooh, I'm just gonna I think I need to pee. I
Just get pissed.
I'm just gonna piss in this bed.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna piss my pants.
yeah, yeah. I pissed in the bed.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, someone will clean it up.
Piss in the bed is a nice feeling.
I pissed one time in the bed when I was 17.
Did you really?
I it hadn't happened since like childhood, and I remember waking up and being like, coming from like a vivid dream where I pissed in the dream.
Yeah.
And I was like, you've got to be fucking shitting me. I couldn't believe it. And I was so mortified that I just flipped the mattress over. Like
Good move.
I
It is
took the
embarrassing.
sheets off, flipped the mattress, and that was it.
If I piss, I'm just shit faced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't done it in a while. Praise Allah. But
yeah.
when you go to like the beach or something, it's fun to just piss your pants before you get in the water.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
awesome.
It's a great feeling.
Yeah, it's
Pee in the
Piss your
sand.
pants is a good feeling.
It is nice.
You piss your pants. Didn't you just piss your pants as a fucking experiment the other day?
That was a long time ago.
It was an experiment. I was drunk and I had to drop a bike off, and it was warm. It was nice.
Oh, you
Yes.
did it recently?
Yeah, like 2 months ago.
I thought you were talking about during your mental breakdown.
You
when
were just
peed
like-
yourself.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
You just
Oh,
standing
yeah.
outside and you're just like, I'm gonna piss right here.
No, wait. You pissed twice. What was the
He did it one time at a low point in his life. He had a
The low
psychotic
point
break.
was at
Peed his
Walmart,
pants.
right?
Yeah,
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 that
he
was
left
at Walmart.
Walmart.
You were
left
standing in
Walmart.
Walmart?
Yeah, I was working and I wanted to see if anybody would know, and I just pissed. Nobody knew.
You just wanted to-
Jesus Christ?
And then you're just standing in a pool of piss?
No, it was just.
No, he trailed it.
It ruined
He
my
probably-
pants.
Oh, okay.
It ruined my pants.
Oh, so you soaked your pants and
Ruined my
stopped. You didn't
Yeah,
even puddle.
yeah. I soaked my pants. It didn't make it. It didn't puddle. It didn't puddle.
Okay.
Did you just
No
say I
puddles.
quit? Did you? You were working and you decided to piss
I
your
wasn't
pants.
working at Walmart. I was doing like Aramark, like the snacks, handing out snacks and stuff. I was
You were
like,
handing out snacks and you just stood there and pissed yourself.
Not the snack thing. My shift was over, and I was like, all right, okay, I can walk home. I just
That's
blown up
insane.
Yeah,
steam.
he's fucked up.
Yeah.
You decided to
Yeah,
pee
no.
yourself before the walk
so
home.
crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
You're
I
in
was-
reality testing. You were deep in Inception.
No, I was
That's
mad.
your spinning top.
But
Just
Yeah.
this
pants.
is a way crazier story than any of this drug shit we're talking about. Like,
That's so
you're
weird.
just standing in Walmart pissing.
What was the
Yeah,
latest
what'd you
piss?
The latest one, I was
You
drunk.
promised me you'd never do it again.
I'm not. I was drunk, and I had
You
to drop
swore.
off a city bike. I had to drop off a city bike. I dropped off the city bike, and then I had to go home, but it needed me to take a picture of the city bike. So I had to walk back to the city bike, and I filled up with piss so quickly. And I took a picture, and I had to make a choice. It was like either piss my pants or like
Pull your pants down and piss.
in front of the
on
school, though. It was a kid's school.
Good
A
call.
kid's
you're
school,
afraid of-
not an adult
Well,
school.
what time was it?
He's a pedo
It
charge.
was midnight.
Yeah, you can piss.
Yeah, but you get the pedo charge if they can't. I mean, yeah, against hours.
Yeah.
You did the right thing. You
Dude, there's
pissed your
no
pants.
way
You
that-
pissed your pants for the kids.
Yeah.
So wait, did you just stood there and pissed?
I did just stand there and piss.
Did you just let a little bit of pressure off? or
But
did you
that
let
one
the
had a
whole-
pool.
No, I full pissed. No, this, it was.
It must have been a huge piss. If you were
it
drunk,
Went, it went in my socks. It was in my shoes.
What shoes are you wearing?
Definitely
not these,
those.
Not these. Not these.
those are the only shoes you
No, I
have.
got different shoes, dude. I got different shoes.
You lying, dude.
I'm
Those
not
are those
lying, dude.
shoes.
It was a different pair of Pumas. I swear.
Or your piss pumas?
I don't believe that pissing in front of a school thing.
No.
What, you
Those
get
cops
pedo?
will let you go.
Yeah.
If you get caught with that, they're fucking. You were doing something.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
then you're like, no, I was just taking a piss. It's like, no,
Yeah,
dude,
that's a
you
good.
were,
That's a fair point, actually.
you were
I
doing
thought about
something
that.
else.
Or you just like, or if you're like really talking shit to a cop about it, that's how they
Yeah.
get you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
If you're hammered, you're like, what are you gonna fucking
Like,
do,
yeah.
pussy? Well, you're a pedophile now. So. Nice badge, pig. You dumbass.
Now you're a
Now you gotta
pedo.
go door to door.
Yeah, so many
Oh.
people leave that out. That they leave out like they're like one of my friends always talks. I've been with
Yeah.
him talking, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Fucking cops are dicks." I'm like, "That you were a dick.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
always start shit to
That
these
Luis
guys."
Gomez story is he did that to a cop.
He did.
Oh,
He was picking up his sister from the airport with a new dog. His sister had to fly to pick up a dog, a
Uh-huh.
puppy that he was getting the kids. So he's in the car in the waiting line at the airport with the kids, and a cop comes up and is like, "You got to move. You got to keep it moving. You can't just park here." And he was like, "Fuck you."
Write me a
Like he
ticket.
just was
Yeah.
like, write me a ticket, dude. I'll pay the ticket. I don't give a shit. I'm sitting right here. And the guy went back and ran his plates, and he had a warrant. And he got the car impounded.
Really?
On the spot.
On the spot.
So he had to stand there with a new puppy and his crying kids. They took his car.
But they didn't take him?
No, they just took his car. And we're
Wow.
like, yeah, pretty funny.
Live
Yeah.
stopped him.
Yeah. Lewis is the best,
Yeah, I love, now that everyone hates cops, I love cops now.
obviously.
I was excited to get pulled over. I never
Yeah.
had a, my wife was a cop for a while.
We're big.
She was?
Yeah,
Yeah.
briefly. And
blue lives, dude.
now I love
Yeah.
cops. It's funny
Real-
when I met a lot of them. So now like I've talked to them. I like when they pull you over. It's fun to chat them up. Be like,
Yeah.
bro, just I can't believe what you do is crazy, man. And they'd let you right off.
You got that
There you
haircut
go.
too now.
I got the cop cut.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got-
Remember when I got pulled over? I got pulled over by cops leaving our Billies, and they thought I was undercover.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The cops did?
The cops thought I was an undercover cop, so they were like, "Pull over, we got to chat." I looked like a cop that much. They pulled me over, and I was like, "What the fuck did I do wrong?"
You were
They
probably
came
dressed
up-
like a kid who went to high school to buy drugs.
Yeah, for real. They pulled me over, and the guy goes, 369? And I was like, damn thing's fine. I thought he was, I swear to God, I thought he said a yin yang twin lyric. He goes, 369? Damn thing's fine? And they were like, no, we thought you were an undercover.
You're like, these cops are doing riddles?
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Damn thing's fine.
Damn thing's fine.
That is so fucking. I always had cop face and cop hair.
Yeah,
like,
we look
yeah.
like three cops.
Yeah,
dude.
we do.
Yeah, it's pretty sick
Just three
actually. It's kind of
cops.
tight, dude.
Yeah. Man, get on the fucking ground.
Yeah, I worked, at
Gardini,
a,
what are you doing with him? You shouldn't be in this
Yeah, what are you
neighborhood.
two doing together?
I worked at a restaurant where they on Sunset, and Sunset has this part that's a track, so there's always hoes and pimps walking around, and they I'm like 22, so
Yeah.
I have like short hair, and just like I don't know this fucking face,
Yeah.
And some of them would order because they'd order like lemonade and sandwiches, and I would go, here you go, and they go, thanks officer, and I go, and they just turn around and
And
walk
you were a little
away.
bigger back then.
Actually, at that age,
Oh,
I
you
was
weren't?
no, I wasn't big yet, but they were just like,
Because the bigger you get with a cop face,
Yeah, oh, yeah,
it-
then
it
they go.
Yeah.
triples. They're like,
I have
oh, this is a
cop head.
seasoned veteran.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. You
Yeah,
don't
no.
look like you've been sitting in a patrol car.
No, I'm a cop. I'm a big
I got
cop. yeah.
big
I'm new
patrol car
recruit.
body.
I'm class 487, dude. I'm new
Yeah,
recruit.
dude, damn thing's fine.
369.
369. Damn shorty's fine. Is that what you guys mean?
You guys just wanted to hear me say some yin yang shit
You
back to
pulled me
you.
over to ask me a rap lyric.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it was.
Who are the? I know you're a big history guy, right?
Oh yeah,
So what? What? I mean,
that's Custer and that's Ulysses S. Grant.
that's Grant.
Yeah, that's
You've been to
Grant.
Grant's farm?
No,
I've been there. It's
really.
cool.
I haven't
Yeah.
even been to his tomb, and it's right here.
What?
Yeah, he's
in
in
New
New
York?
York. He's buried in New York. Yeah,
Grant's farm's wild in
Really?
Missouri. Yeah, it's impressive.
I'd like to go. What happened while you were there? Tell us about it.
So I was dating somebody in the Anheuser-Busch family, and they own that property.
What?
They own Grant's
What
farm.
was his name?
His name was Philip. yeah.
Philip Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah, so lots of beer and lots of gay shit went down.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
I fucked so many guys there.
What a dream.
Yeah. No, they had so they have like his actual, like you see where he
Yeah.
was born, I think, on that farm. And so they have that property. And then it's just like, it's only something that somebody could have that they built and established at like the turn of the century,
Yeah.
because it's like in St. Louis.
Oh,
you know what I
wow.
mean? Like, it's not like, oh, go out. It's like, it's right there.
Oh.
I feel like it's hundreds of acres.
Yeah.
And, the Bush people made it like, there's like, they loved animals or
Oh, nice.
August did. So there's like, it's like a zoo, like a
Yeah.
private zoo. And then,
kinda sick.
and then it's just like beautiful, like, streams, and you feel like you must be out in the country,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah,
really
yeah.
not,
No.
Yeah.
That's nice. That was how Mount Vernon was.
Really?
They have all the original animals, which is
Yeah.
pretty sick.
Do they really?
Yeah, they're like, these are the cows they had from the.
But does this
Damn.
like he mean something to you, or like
no, I just like them.
you
yeah.
just like him? Yeah,
I'm a fan.
you're a fan.
Yeah.
Do you fan? I just got into the World War II series.
The Ken Burns?
No, I don't know if it's his or not, but it's so good on Netflix.
Oh, in HD or in color?
The one in
or-
color, yeah. It's so good.
That's awesome.
I was ripping through that thing.
Yeah, World
Like,
War II is
Yeah.
fucking cool.
That's my favorite World
My
War.
wife was like,
Yeah.
"You're really an official dad now. If
That's
you're like
it.
sitting at night just
Second, you're like,
watching
yeah.
Yep.
World War II shit."
I mean, there's nothing else to watch. This is how it happens.
Yeah.
To try to watch something, you're like, this is. Although I watched the new Alone series
What's that?
where they go out in the woods and it's 10 people in the woods and see who's can stay
Yeah,
longer.
that's
Oh yeah.
Makes you want to build a shelter, dude.
The crazy
Yeah.
thing about like a good World War II or any war dog,
They're nice.
I'm just saying. Hold on,
building? No.
there was a guy on there that was such a cocksucker.
on where?
On Alone, he's sitting there. He's like, "I'm not roughing it. You're roughing it." Sitting there on the couch doing nothing. I'm out here challenging myself. The whole time he's doing all this shit.
Oh,
His bitch ass had to go home, dude. I was sitting on the couch, just like, "Hey, welcome
was
to the
talking to the
welcome
viewer?
to the couch, dickhead."
he was talking to the viewer. He was talking shit to the viewer.
Yeah, he
Like,
was
to
talking
the
shit the
camera?
whole time. He was like, "I got it."
The
He was
fuck?
doing all that fucking wellness shit. He was like releasing endorphins out here in the wild. All this.
It's a,
Why
I
it's
was
a
sitting on
bad,
the
Why did
couch,
he
just
tap?
like, "What a bitch."
just like a survival shit though.
yeah.
What tapped him?
He ran out of food. They all run out of food.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. He just starved. I was sitting there eating Triscuits.
Having a good
I
time.
was like, this
Wait,
is
so
nice.
who doesn't run it? Because the winner obviously, like, how do they not
There's
run it?
one guy snagged the fucking moose early.
What?
Yeah.
A moose?
A moose. One
How?
guy stabbed a yak to death.
What?
Yeah, he fights a yak on camera.
On
He's wearing
camera?
a GoPro, like running, like stabbing it. Fucking yak.
I would
Really?
eventually suck
Yes.
that guy's dick in the woods and be like, "Bro, we're together."
How
now."
did- yeah, I'd be like, dude, take me.
You
would've
start
gave it
start
up.
slow by just like touching his leg.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you
You'd be
doing?
a sweet boy.
Yeah.
I've never had moose before.
Guy got a moose, and then he had to fight off wolverines.
What?
He killed a wolverine with a hatchet in the middle of the night.
Fuck?
Yeah, because the wolverines
Wait,
were getting all his
where's
meat.
this on?
Like northern Canada.
No, but where do you see it? Like on,
It's on Netflix. There's a new
Is it?
season on Netflix.
It's on
Damn.
Netflix.
Yeah, this season on Netflix, they're just nothing too exciting. They're just killing beavers.
Pretty tight.
But on
Yeah.
this one, a dude killed a yak.
A guy that one season, yeah, a guy kills a yak where the yak's like wounded and he has to run and like stab it and keep running.
And then do they actually like?
A guy is literally sitting in his cabin in the middle of the night and he hears the wolverines who have been getting all those things. And he's like, "These motherfuckers!" You see him grab a hatchet and go out into the dark and kill a wolverine
Jesus,
with
man.
a hatchet. He's like, "I got it," and then he just lays back down. It's like, good God.
And when the guy kills the moose, do they dress it and like?
yeah.
And he knows he cooks it over a fire.
Yeah.
God.
And he's like, "I got to do it fast. It's too much meat for me to."
Yeah. Make jerky or
Yeah.
something.
It's cool. They're all really good at it.
All right, something new to check out.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
This season, it's fine.
Yeah, you're not thrilled.
I wasn't totally thrilled with
Should
it.
message.
God
message
damn.
You
you
got to
up.
fast forward through all their backstories, though. That's where they try to get you.
Oh right.
You got to watch them. They're
You're
like,
like,
I
oh,
miss my
skip-
wife and
skip the-
family.
yeah,
and thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Get
half
the
of it's
fuck
some
out.
guys being a gym teacher.
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah, I want to see you kill an animal.
Yeah.
With your hands.
I want to see you starve to death and die, so I don't have to
Yeah.
think about my life before I go to bed.
Yeah. It makes you hungry. The show makes you so
True.
hungry. You're
Yeah.
sitting there
Yeah.
like, "Damn, I should eat." Yeah, they kill animals. They cry when they kill the animal. They're like, "I love this squirrel. Thank you, squirrel."
Yeah,
They just munch
Yeah.
squirrels the whole
Squirrel
fucking
spirit.
time.
You have to honor it.
Yeah, they honor it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've killed a squirrel.
Yeah,
You
wish I
killed
could
a
get into
squirrel?
that.
Yeah,
yeah. We would shoot them
Felt
with
bad.
we would shoot them with BB
Hell,
guns.
that's what I
and
did.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun though when you hit them.
What sucked is when
Then you
they're
feel bad.
down, but they're still alive. And You're
Yeah.
like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you maim them,
Just die.
Yeah,
just hurt them.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
you've done horrific
You
things.
dropped
to
a rock
animals.
on a bird.
Yeah,
You caught the bird slipping. Then
Yeah.
that's the bird's fault.
Did you get two birds?
I got.
Squished a frog.
Oh,
He's done all types of shit.
It was in a bag already, so I just squeezed
He
it.
squeezed a frog once.
Why was it in a
He
bag?
was just running because a kid at camp caught it and was trying to keep it, and his retarded ass walked up and was just left the bag. The kid came back to his frog. His frog exploded in the bag. That probably haunts that kid. He's probably like, "Oh, you
So-
can't keep frogs in bags."
So
Probably tells people, he's like, "If you catch a frog, don't put it in a bag. They fucking explode."
so far we have like killing animals for fun and pissing
Pissing
in
yourself.
stores. That's crazy, dude.
No, he's for real. Like, you know that's fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I killed a lot of animals when I was little, bro. It's not that big of a deal.
Are you from here?
No, I'm from Detroit.
You're from Detroit. Okay.
It's that water.
I like the way you answer questions. Like, you're never sure.
Yeah.
Where are you from? No, I'm from Detroit.
Yeah. Like you're remembering what witness protection told you to say. Yeah. Detroit, right? Michigan?
Oh man.
I'm from the Detroit Lions.
Nice.
Yes.
I think we've done it.
Yeah.
I think that's a podcast.
That's a good podcast, man.
I think that's one.
Thanks for doing that. That was
Yeah, thanks for doing it, man.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me,
appreciate
man.
it. Yeah. Special
Check the stash.
Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer on Netflix. Check it out. Then
The
go
music.
watch Alone.
Wonderful music.
Can I tell you something, man?
Yeah.
I had that thing where they go, do you want to use stock? Because I've done that where they're like, you want music to play? And they give you some stock shit. Or they're like, or do you want to write checks
Yeah.
for like big songs? And I was like, let's fucking do it.
Was
Like, let's-
Sledgehammer, did you walk out to that song on tour the
No,
whole time?
never.
No.
Never.
You got Peter Gabriel Sledgehammer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got Gangstar. Now Your Mind
Yeah,
to Close.
at the end.
That's a nice move.
Yeah. So that's two car. I bought 2 cars to fucking
Yeah.
have music on them. Yeah.
Good.
But here's the thing. I actually feel like it's one of those things
worth
where you
it.
go, it adds value to
cool.
the whole experience. Like, you
Yeah.
know, like you hear those songs and you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. It's going to go to taxes anyway, so it's fucking-
That's true. Yeah.
give it to someone else.
Go. Yeah.
Give it
Give
to Peter Gabriel.
Yeah. He did.
Peter Gabriel's like, great, now I got to pay the fucking tax.
Yeah.
Now I'm paying the government. All right.
Oh,
Go check out
dang.
Sledgehammer.
thank you.
It's on Netflix.
James Fox, welcome. Thank you so much for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me on.
You have your new documentary, The Program, I believe.
Yes, it drops. It dropped today.
Dude, that's
dropping
crazy.
right now.
How about the timing, dude? You couldn't have planned that better with the goddamn fucking...
I literally
Drones
had an
flying.
Air Force colonel text me and he goes, "So, what's up with the promotion? You managed to get a full-on alien invasion on the release of your film. How did you coordinate that?"
Hey, man, there's just larger forces at play, so that's all that is.
Yeah, no,
Thank God.
I welcome it. I mean, you know,
sure.
within reason.
Yeah, for sure. So
I don't want people to panic.
Yeah, well, dude, here's so to be honest, I was watching the documentary last night, and I was just like on the way to a holiday party, and I got really stoned from a vape pen. I haven't been smoking like that, and I was just like launched, and I started watching your documentary, and I just started bugging out. I started thinking about just the vastness of the cosmos, and just kind of the the inevitability of there's got to be some other sort of consciousness or life form out there. And it's like, I was bugging. I was like with my wife and I was like, dude, turn it off. I'm freaking out right now.
At what point did you turn it off? When we got to that, the NASA conference or before?
It was before that, but we were, I just started thinking about it because it was all these like, there's these like Congress meetings and all these people. And it was like the line that, I don't know if it was from that or someone said it, but it's like, why would these people put their credibility at risk for no
Absolutely.
reason?
No. Come on. There's a there.
Yeah. So it's like, and so, just tell us a little bit about the documentary. How did you get into all that? And like, what kind of like launched you into identifying the UAPs now, not UFOs?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, UFOs, unidentified flying objects, and it went to UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon. And then it because they're coming in and out of the oceans as well, they changed it to unidentified anomalous
That's the
phenomenon.
one,
That's
yeah.
where we're at right
So
now.
to me, it's like they're just making it harder and harder to say to obscure the truth. That's what I'm coming. It's like you unidentified on alarm. I can't even say it. So I'm
Yeah,
like, now I'm out of the race.
And UFOs had a bit of baggage. There was always sort of that knee-jerk reaction when you mentioned UFO. So I think they wanted to kind of,
Stoner
steer away
stuff,
from
yeah.
that.
Yeah, it was stoner
But,
stuff.
Yeah, get into the UAP stuff. And it was really funny. I think it was today or it was last night. Senator Schumer, Senate Majority Leader Schumer, is being like hammered in the press. I don't know if you've seen it yet or not. And the guy's like, "You don't know what it is. Therefore, it's a UAP. You wrote the legislation. Don't you remember?" Like, he's like, "Well, we don't know what they are. Therefore, it's a UAP."
He was
But they
probably
wanted to say the word.
so blazed when he wrote the
They
legislation.
want to say drones because UAP has people freaking out. Like,
Charged, yeah.
and it's so funny too because they're going, "Well, we have absolutely no idea what it is, but everyone's fine. Everything's safe. There's
Yeah.
nothing to worry about here." Sure.
So there are just like tons of drones popping up, and everyone's freaking out because nobody knows whose they are.
I initially, on first look, I was like, "Oh, it sounds, conventional," because, UAP demonstrated technology that's sort of light years advanced from anything we have. But then I started doing a little deeper dive, and I'm hearing reports that they're evading the military, radar, FLIR. They go dark. They have a loiter time of hours and hours and hours. Then the Coast Guard reported being followed over the ocean. I mean, it just something weird is going on. I don't know exactly what it is or who's behind it, but people are scratching their heads.
That would be crazy if it truly was like an alien consciousness, but this was their like mall kiosk of them like flying around holiday toys and then being like, check this out. And everyone's freaking out.
Watch us freak out the humans. Look at them run.
So just take us through. You don't have to obviously give the whole documentary away, but it's like, how did you get into that? And like, to what depth does this whole phenomenon go? Because like you were saying, when I grew up, it was just like aliens, and you'd get a poster with black lights of an alien being like, peace, man.
Right.
But yeah, the more you hear about it, like they just came out of nowhere. Like the government, I feel like a couple years ago was like, oh, by the way, aliens are probably real. And everyone was just like, what the fuck? What are you guys doing right now?
Yeah, well, I mean, so how that came about, I'll back up a little bit and tell you how I got into it. And I had a father who was a journalist. He was a quadriplegic with MS. And so at a very early age, I was traveling around the world with him because I was his legs, I was his chauffeur, I was his nurse, his secretary, we just traveled together. He was a mainstream journalist. We interviewed people like Stephen Hawking and race car legend Dan Gurney, and just did a lot of cool stuff together. And so I had a sneak preview into journalism pretty early on in my life through my dad. And then I had a high school buddy of mine that when we graduated, we were 18 and we flew to Europe and we bought a used car, Renee Harris, and we bought a used car, drove from London down to Portugal. We were really close, man. We were like brothers. And then we parted ways for like a year or two as things done. He had different things going on, whatever. And then I, reunited with him. And he was suddenly into this whole UFO thing. And I was like, oh, God, Renee, man. Like, I remember thinking, I'm going to have to cut my best friend loose. Yeah. Like, this is really unfortunate, And he was talking about Roswell and UFO crash and alien bodies. And I honestly thought he'd lost his mind. I mean, I really did.
Yeah. What year was this roughly?
Probably 93.
Yeah.
Maybe 94, 93.
You were looked at as crazy back
absolutely.
then for it.
And so anyway... I was apprenticing at a video production company, and I went into work, and I was telling my buddy Richard Van Sickle about it, and I had really looked up to. He was 10 years my senior and really professional, great guy. And I was like, oh man, my really good friend is like suddenly gone off on the deep end. He's into UFOs and aliens and spaceships that crashed in Roswell. And my buddy Richard looks at me and goes, "You didn't know about Roswell?" I was like, how would I know about Roswell? No, I don't know about Roswell. How would I know about Roswell? He goes, well, the government actually admitted that they did recover a fly. Really? He goes, yeah, check it out. Like, they actually admitted it. And then the very people that were involved in the cover-up came forward on camera before they died saying it was original, the original press release was correct. So I was like, oh my gosh. I started looking into it. Went to a few conferences, met a few military guys, and I was like, God, maybe there's something going on here. Mm-hmm. And so I told my dad, I was like, I was doing video production at the time, and I was doing PSAs and things of that sort. And I was like, I think I'm going to do a documentary on UFOs. And my dad was like, oh my God, please, son, don't do that. He literally said it's a dead end street. There's nothing to it. You're wasting your life. Please. And not only did he was begging me, he had all of my other members, because I was born in England, of the family, writing me letters saying, your dad is very concerned about you.
Oh, you were getting like English letters about it.
Don't do it.
That'd be a tough. There's like a a scolding.
Just like
I've been reading Bertrand Russell's autobiography, and there's a lot of like English letters, and they're pretty. Yeah, they'll get you, man.
Anyway,
a stinging letter.
My grandmother used to call me a rapscallion, you hooligan, you skiver, breaking into the house at all hours of the morning. Yeah, she was.
So hilarious. Your whole family's
my family's like, please reconsider. Your dad's very concerned, and I just was like, well, I'm of course being a Taurus, I'm a bit stubborn. And I just went all in, and I think it took me about 4 years. And I was at the end of it. I was like, I'm never doing another UFO doc ever again. But I sold it to Discovery Channel. It aired on Learning Channel, and I kind of got the last laugh. And then I got invited to Russia, and because I'd been I got invited to Russia, which I ended up going in the late 90s and meeting with generals and cosmonaut Pavel Popovich. And then I got an invitation to meet with Mercury astronaut Gordon Cooper because I've been trying to get interviews with him on my first doc. And then all of a sudden I was like, well, I guess I'm doing another doc because I got all these amazing interviews and I went to Russia and stuff. And so I did another one, and that one was called Out of the Blue. And that took me 5 years.
Okay.
And I finished that and I said, never again. I remember my partner was in a fetal position crying, and his wife's like, you're killing my husband. Like, stop.
What was wrong with
we
him?
were pushing each other so hard,
Yeah.
so hard to do a good doc, right? It's like you just get to the end and I'd been there myself. You're broken.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, I guess the documentary's done, because I didn't really feel like it was where it needed to be. But we were all out of steam. We were out of money. I pushed my partner to the brink of death. And his wife was screaming at me, like, you know, so I was like, all right. So then we sold that to NBC Universal, and it aired as a 2-hour special on the Sci-Fi Channel. And then 3 years later, I owned the rights again. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna pick this back up and make it to the film I always wanted it to be. So I spent a couple more years on Out of the Blue, and I released that as a director's cut. And in the process of that, I broke a big story with the governor of Arizona, Fife Symington, who there's a very famous Phoenix Lights case that happened in March 13th, 1997. And the governor poo-pooed it at the time. And then 10 years later, I met up with him. It's like, why did you poo-poo it? You had one of your aides dressed up as an alien. They came and mocked the whole thing, and all your, constituents were upset. And he admitted that he saw it too. So then that happened and exploded in the headlines.
What did he see? Oh, he saw the lights.
Oh, he saw a craft. He saw a big, all connected boomerang shape. He said it must have been a mile from wingtip to wing across because it was so big.
Why did he poo-poo it though?
He said that there was overwhelming fear, like people were just freaking out. He contacted the local Air Force Base, Luke Air Force Base. He contacted the Pentagon, and they all shrugged their shoulders, according to him, and said, we don't know what the hell that thing was.
What?
So anyway, I broke that story, and then I got. I hope you don't mind. I'm giving you a longer version of this.
No, I like it, dude. Yeah.
So I broke that story, and it catapulted me into the limelight. I mean, we were on all the talk shows, Larry King Live, with the governor, and I thought, gosh, this would be a really good time to capitalize on this attention, because media coverage is very fleeting, and it only happens. You're lucky if it happens once in a lifetime. So I was like, hey, let me capitalize on this, and let me do an event at the National Press Club. And so I did, with my friend Leslie Kane, and it was 2007, and we flew in 14 military and government officials from 7 countries and held an event at the National Press Club. And I shot the whole thing on HD, and then I ended up making a movie about that, which I sold to A&E called I Know What I Saw, and it was a 2-hour History Channel special. So then I was just like, I'm done with UFOs. Like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, and one of the things I've learned is never say never, because I've said that so many times in the past. But then I stepped away from it for a little while. I did a film on the BP oil spill in 2010. And then,
has that ever gotten cleaned up? Are the waters good now from that?
I don't know if they're gonna realize the long-term environmental impacts, because they were pumping Corexit 5,000 feet down into the oil, trying to keep it like from surfacing, because they get fined for all the surface oil.
Oh, really?
So if they hide it with the Corexit, which they'd never done subsea injection before, so they did that. And
they just blanket it down on the bottom. Basically.
They dumped more Corexit into the Gulf ever before, more than they'd ever done anywhere. It was a huge lab test in the Gulf. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've been personally boycotting BP forever since that.
So
I won't get the gas.
So I there's only 2 times where I've almost been killed. I've been threatened to be killed in all my filmmaking years. One of them was when I did the BP oil spill film. There was a fisherman. He was head of fisheries for a number of different states. And he met with me secretly, and he was giving me photographs of the fish impact that it was having on these species from the Corexit and the oil. And they had like cysts and boils and just disgusting.
Fuck.
He gave me these photographs, and he goes, "You reveal my identity, boy, I'm gonna hunt you down and slit your throat. Do we have an understanding?" I said, "Yes, sir, we do." And he wasn't kidding. He was like, he goes, "Because I run the fisheries, I'm shooting myself in the foot along with a lot of other people, but I can't in good conscience let the people eat this stuff not knowing what's going on, like turn a big lab experiment." The other time I almost got shot in the face is when I was making Moment of Contact. I don't know if you ever saw that film. It's about a UFO crash in Brazil. I was there with my buddy Marco Leal for like 12 years on and off, and I made a film called Moment of Contact. It was released in 2022. Yeah, late 2022. And we tracked down a guy who'd been hiding for 26 years who allegedly was driving the car during the second capture of a live alien. I know it sounds nuts. I'm with you.
No. Explain that. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was a UFO crash
Yeah.
that took place in 1996 in Varginha, Brazil. I had been looking into it for 12 years. I didn't believe it when I first heard about it. In fact, I was making my first UFO documentary, my second UFO documentary out of the blue when I heard about the crash. It happened in 96. I was making it in like 99, 2000. That's when I started. I heard about it, but I was like, that's impossible. They don't have a UFO crash and live aliens walking through the town. No way. So I took 10 years before I even, like almost 10 years before I would even, actually, it was over 10 years before I would even look into it. And then I ended up spending about 12 years. But in any case, a UFO was spotted in trouble. It was a cylindrical shape object, like a cigar. It was like a aluminum kind of shape, no wings, no visible means of propulsion. It had, according to the witnesses that I interviewed, and they're all on camera, it had a gash in the back of it and had sort of a white vapor coming out the backside. And it was definitely in trouble because all the people who claimed to have seen it said it was struggling to stay in the air. And then it eventually crashed. 2 days later in the town of Varginha, just a few miles away, people reported these strange creatures. And then there were two, according to the authorities and military people, that information that had leaked out, and the researchers locally, 2 or 3 of the creatures were captured. And the second capture was involving a police officer by the name of Marco Cherez, and the driver of that car, Eric Lopes, and Eric Cherez died within a couple of weeks of touching the creature. He manhandled it and took it to the local hospital. He got a weird infection and then died.
Damn, dude,
Yeah,
really?
yeah, it's true.
Hey,
Do I take
no
a break
alien
there?
music.
Sorry about that.
So the only other living witness to that second capture was the driver, Eric Lopes, who's also a police officer.
And he was just driving. The other guy apprehended.
Yeah, he was actually on duty that night, and they were told him be on the lookout for something strange, something real strange. They didn't say live aliens or anything like that. They just be on the lookout. We're looking for something. So he calls his buddy, Marco, who was actually off that night, Marco Cherez, and he's like, hey, I got this weird assignment tonight. Like they're saying there's something weird on the loose, or I don't know. You want to come with me? So they team up. He jumps in the car. Off they go. They see it. It ran across the road in front of him, slammed the brakes on. Marco jumps out of the car, grabs the thing, puts it in the back of the car, takes it to Humanitas Hospital.
What'd they say it looked like? Did they
It was brown. You could look it up, Varginha creature. It had a big head, big red eyes. It had brown, oily skin, frail, weak, struggling, suffering.
Yeah.
All the witnesses said. And then Marco Cherez had this like oily, greasy, he was like rubbing his body down with rubbing alcohol afterwards. And then he got this infection. We interviewed the doctors that worked on him. He died. And they couldn't explain it. They were like, they'd never seen anything like that bacteria ever. Somehow his body just had no defense against it, and he died. So the only living witness to that incident, that particular capture, is Eric Lopes.
Mm-hmm.
So
the driver.
Yes. So I got in touch with the mayor. They actually interviewed the mayor of the town, this guy Verge, and he's like, "Hey, is there anything I can do to help you guys? I believe this happened. I want to get the story out. I think the world needs to know." I was like, "Yeah, there's something you could do. Could you help me locate this guy, Eric Lopes? He's been MIA for 26 years. What? And he was apparently driving the car." So we go to his house. Really spooky, right? The guy's off the beaten path. Get to his house, and that's the creature. That's it.
Jesus, man.
Yep, that's it. Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
Yep, that was witnessed in broad daylight by 3 girls, Valkyria, Liliani, and Katya. 2 of them were sisters. Broad daylight. They got within 10 feet of that creature in broad daylight.
Damn.
Yeah, it was crazy. So anyway, we get to Eric Lopes' house, and he I don't speak Portuguese, but he was like apparently telling everyone, get the hell out of there, or he's going to start spraying bullets
What?
And he said it like 3 or 4 times. And then I looked over at the guy, the translator, and he looked at me and he was just like this. Eric Lopes was looking out the window right above me, and I was looking at his eyes going, God, that guy's seen something. I don't know, man. He had looked like he was so burdened with something. You see it in his eyes. I remember I'd never looked into someone's eyes that had that profound, like he was just burdened with something really
Did he look
intense.
like afraid, or he just looked kind of like just
He
distant?
looked like he'd been shouldering something so profound, so deep, so deeply, profoundly disturbing, and that he couldn't share it with anybody. That's what it looked like.
Man.
But anyway, it's confused. But anyway, that was a second time. Only 2 times where I actually was like
Threatened to be shot. Okay, wow, okay.
Yeah,
Jesus
threatened to be
Christ,
shot.
man. That's crazy. So you didn't even get to talk to the guy. He wouldn't talk.
Well, he funny enough, it's really funny actually, because he said, and you could see it in the movie, when we rolled up, he's like, if you're here to talk about the ET, Eric won't talk. And he referred to himself in the third person, which is weird. And then it was like, Eric's not here. And then it's like, I'm going to start shooting right now, bullets out of here. And I kept asking, I didn't know what he was saying. So I kept trying to get a question in, like to my translator, and the translator looking at me like, dude, just chill, you know? And then finally he looked at me like, it's time to go. Like that look, you don't need to speak any language
For
to
sure,
get that
yeah.
look.
Yeah.
It was like, we're leaving now, period. And I
Holy
was like, shit, what's
man.
going on? Anyway, so yeah, that was.
What do you think happened to him? Do you think he got like inhabited or something?
Just imagine for a moment if he really was the driver that was involved in the capture of a live alien. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not saying believe it or don't believe it, but if it did happen, and then your best friend dies,
Yeah.
and now the family and the world wants to know what happened, and you can't talk, and because your life has been threatened, right?
Yeah.
So you have to shoulder that burden for 26 years. Right?
Yeah.
So if it happened, you can imagine how disturbing that was. And, you know, he's military intelligence, so, you know, he's armed to the teeth, I'm sure. And I would talk to some other fellow Brazilian UFO researchers, Uberajaro Rodrigues, this guy Peccaccini, and he was like, oh, yeah, back in 26 years ago, we wouldn't go near Eric Lopes. I was like, why not? He goes, everybody knew that guy was packing. He was just going to open fire. I was like, well, now you guys tell me. Jesus Christ, I went to the guy's house. I probably almost got shot in the face.
That would have sucked so bad, dude.
That would have been a real bummer.
Oh, that would have sucked.
Yeah. So anyway, coming off the heels of that, I because I did a film called The Phenomenon, right, which covers the phenomenon from the 40s up to relatively modern day, 2017, 2020, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I naturally, the natural progression would have been to go from The Phenomenon to the program, which is out now. But I had unfinished business with this alleged UFO crash case. And so I went back to Brazil like a 5th time, and I filmed Moment of Contact, right? And then at the very end of it all, and I totally believed it. In fact, I remember taking one of the audio guys, he lived in Rio de Janeiro, and this guy Guy, and he goes, oh yeah, we heard about that story back 26 years ago. Nobody believes it. It's like, you know, kind of like what Roswell, you know.
For sure, yeah.
Then I took him on all the shoots, and he was like, holy shit, this happened, you know? And I said, yeah, I wouldn't waste 12 years of my time if I didn't.
Yeah.
So at the last week or so of filming in Brazil, a flight control officer with the Brazilian military, because flight control, fire department, police, they're all connected to the military. He came forward and said, yeah, I saw the United States Air Force plane come in and land in Campinas, and then said
Wait,
to
what did you say? What?
so it was confirmed the United States Air Force was involved with this UFO crash case.
Okay.
That the United States Air Force flew in to a place called Campinas. And then from Campinas, I know, right? I know, Varginha and Campinas, right? Doesn't get any better than that. Can you believe it? I know.
Sorry. I thought my mind was just making tricks.
I thought you might have known about this case. I'm
No,
sorry.
Campinas and
Joe Rogan talked about it for a year.
Campinas. No.
Yeah.
I wish I knew about
I know.
So there was an alien invasion.
Well, so
They probably thought it was the best place ever. They're like, dude, we got to go to Campinas, Virginia.
Virginia. I know, you can't make this stuff up. I know.
Okay,
It's
so
really
what
funny.
happened?
So the last time I was there after 12 years of filming on and off, a guy comes forward, and he was with flight control with the Brazilian government, military. And he's like, yeah, I was on duty that night, and I saw, this is January 20th, 1996, and I saw USAF come in. And I was like, USAF? United States Air Force, USAF. Flight come in and didn't have authorization to land. So he told some folks like, I can't let this guy land. You need authorization. And then a higher up stepped in the room and said, let him land.
Yeah.
So he goes, yeah, this thing landed. Then one or two helicopters were unloaded, and they were flown to Virginia. They picked up some stuff, came back to the Campinas, loaded it on the plane, and the United States Air Force plane, back to the United States. Yeah. So that was when I became aware of the fact that, wow, there probably is a crash retrieval program going on. So when I started doing the program, the film that's out now, it was almost personal for me, right? Because I had no idea. Like, I was on Joe Rogan talking about moment of contact in April of 2023. Well, in July of 2023, the highest level intel officer, David Grush, testified under oath to a bipartisan group of lawmakers that there is a crash retrieval program, and he found it.
Damn.
Yeah. So so the program kind of covers this unprecedented push for transparency on what the intel agencies really know about the phenomenon, right?
What kicked that off? I was curious about that. Like, this is my thing. If things are like top secret, you have these giant kind of like, mechanisms of power controlling and hiding things. I do find it funny that they're like, you swear you're telling the truth, and they're like, that you fucking got me, dude. Yes, I pinky promise. Like, it's a weird system we still do.
Yeah, well,
it's like, you better tell the truth, and we're like, you got me.
So people think that the government suddenly had an epiphany and decided to be more transparent on the UFO phenomenon. That's not what happened.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Yeah, right. What happened was there were a couple of intel insiders, Christopher Mellon being one of them, former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Intelligence, along with Lou Elizondo and a handful of others, just small handful, that protested because of excessive secrecy. They found a loophole and walked some evidence from the Pentagon out on the front page of the New York Times, and that happened in December of 2017. Okay. So they can't put the genie back in the bottle, right? Yeah. So more people keep coming forward now, and then Congress started getting wind. They were having behind doors meetings with some of these witnesses, and they were like, "Ooh, there's a there. Wow." And then they had the first congressional hearing by a guy named Andre Carson, Congressman Andre Carson. That was 2022. That had a hint of a crash retrieval program that was revealed through a memo, the Davis-Wilson memo. Then they had congressional hearings in July of 2023, and that's when it was all out. David Grush said, yeah, we have a crash retrieval program. And then recently, just a month ago, we had more congressional hearings, which I attended, and Lou Elizondo, who ran ATIP, or was one of the members on ATIP, he confessed under oath that there is a crash retrieval program.
So they have been going around and scooping these things up. So
yes.
So what do you say to people who are like, it's just super advanced military technology they're hiding from everybody?
Well, if that's the case, that would be an even bigger story because somebody has kept it secret for over 80 years.
Yeah,
so,
true,
wow,
yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
These things exhibit a technology that's just so beyond anything that we have in our arsenal.
So, and what are the examples of like the technology that we can't really wrap our heads around?
So you have objects that can hover without displaying any kind of visible means of propulsion. They can accelerate from a standstill to out of sight in the blink of an eye, right-angle turns at high speeds, no sonic boom, no air disturbance, very little noise. Sometimes you'll hear a slight buzzing or humming noise, but that's it within certain proximity, some of the witnesses. And they fly rings around our fastest jets. I mean, like, they make a mockery of our fastest jets. I mean, you could just talk to David Fravor about that, 2003 off the coast of San Diego. So... And I think the big secret is they don't know what it is. I mean, they know it's engineered, right? They know it's technological, but there's a psychic component to it as well. So it would be very difficult for any governing body to come forward and say, hey, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Americans, it has been brought to our attention that there are structured craft of unknown origin whizzing around with impunity. They fly rings around our fastest jets, so we don't know who they are, where they come from, and if they turn out to be hostile, we have no visible means of defense against them. Thank you and good night.
Yeah, true. Everyone would be like, fuck this.
Everyone would be like, no! That's why right now, when they don't know what these drones are, they're calling them drones because drones is a little less scary than UAP, right? So they're calling them drones, but they're saying, you have nothing to fear, and yet we don't know what the hell they are. So that's a little strange, because how could you say what something isn't when you don't know what it is?
Yeah, true. Isn't it funny how the people we love most are often the hardest to shop for? Luckily, there's one gift that everyone on your list is sure to enjoy, an Aura digital picture frame. Named #1 by Wirecutter, Aura frames make it incredibly easy to share unlimited photos and videos directly from your phone to the frame. And when you give an Aura frame as a gift, you can personalize and preload it with a thoughtful message and photos using the Aura app, making it an ideal present for long-distance loved ones. It's a gift so special, they'll use it every day. I mean, they want me to talk about the hunt for the perfect gift. Yeah, man, it is hard getting the perfect gift, and there's nothing better and selfless than just, giving a photo of yourself to a person. No, you're giving a photo. I'm joking around. It's the holidays. Everyone's having a tough time. Come on, please don't drop us, dude. All our corporate sponsors are mad right now. Guys, it is nice. Your mother loves you so much, and your father, they just want to see your face. Just give them a picture of you and your brothers, dude, back when you were young and beautiful before you became old and decrepit. Yeah, so I look, I love it. My mom has one. She loves seeing it. Hey, Bill, I'm recording advertisements, dude. I know you broke your leg, but please. Yeah, so very good. Hey, guys, and if that's not personal enough, you can even upload a video message to play on the frame as soon as they plug it in. So the first thing they hear is your voice and how much you love them. Save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frames by using promo code MSSP at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code MSSP. This deal is exclusive to listeners, so get yours now in time for the holidays. Terms and conditions apply. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. How do you stay cozy during the winter months? For some, wrapping up in a blanket with a mug of hot chocolate or watching a movie with the family is the best way to spend the month of December. Therapy is a great way to bring yourself some comfort that never goes away even when the season changes. I mean, what a beautiful message. Because your family will go away, but you can always do therapy. That is beautiful. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched up with a licensed therapist and switch therapist anytime for no additional charge. Find comfort this December with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/MSSP today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/MSSP. And guys, it is a holiday times. A lot of people get sad and freak out. Maybe you're an advertiser and you're saying, this ad should have been a fucking minute long. So maybe I'm just wasting time and trying to get to a minute. But guys, it is the holidays. People get sad. I get cheerful. I get full of holiday cheer. I love it. So I'm not sad during the holidays. I like the holidays, but some of you get very sad. So do what you need to do in terms of finding your supports. All right. You know what we all could use a little more of? Getting off asses. I have no problem with that sentence. With bold flavors and a crisp, refreshing kick, Mountain Dew gives you that extra push to get moving and feel like you're on top of the world, a world where the sun is always shining. Your crew's ready for action, and unforgettable adventures are just around the corner. Call out your favorite flavor. I mean, obviously, guys, I'm classic. I'm keeping it cool on this one. My corporate partners were a little upset. So, I just want to keep it all business right now. This is a Mountain Dew. Check that out. Some of the verbiage is great tasting, refreshing, and has a citrus kick, which is very nice. Talk about what game/activity you'd play with friends. Honestly, I like to talk about that. I thought I was being pretty open and candid, with my branding partners, talking about what I was doing with my friends, but I don't know if they like my candidness or my candid nature. So I'm just going to say, me and my friends, we drink Mountain Dew, we hype each other up, we watch the game with each other, and then our wives come over, and I'm not going to talk about wife swapping or anything like that with our corporate partners, but we just have a good time, dude. Whatever, man. Just fucking do you, bro. The mountain is calling. You should answer. Grab your friends. Grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew wherever refreshing beverages are sold, and do the do. Yeah, it is deeply unsettling to be like, because, human beings just have this idea we're kind of like top dog in the universe.
Yeah,
so
it does
threaten. It does threaten. I mean, I feel kind of weird. Like, what do you think I have two questions.
Yes.
What's the telepathic element you're talking about?
I'll give you an example. There's examples like this that go on for decades. But David Fravor, the encounter that took place, it's now commonly referred to as the Nimitz case. It was off the coast of San Diego in 2003. And he chased this Tic Tac looking object. It had no wings, no propulsion. It could hover. It was hovering right over the ocean. He could see it down below. There was 2 military jets that saw it. Got 4 people that got visual. Then they picked it up on the radar, and they chased after it. And as they were close, so the object was down just above the ocean surface, and it was darting around kind of like this. And Fravor said he was going to get a closer look at it at whatever altitude he was. So he started spiraling down to get a closer look at it. Jesus. And the Tic Tac object starts spiraling up. So it was mimicking his movement, but backwards. So he's spiraling down, it's spiraling up. And then he decides to kind of do a maneuver and intercept it, like cut it off. He gets right at it. He goes, this is about a quarter of a mile. And he goes, that sounds kind of far away, or half a mile, whatever it is. But in flight, it's very close.
Yeah.
No rivets, no seams. Like, what is this thing? And then he said it took off like impossible. Like this, it did something that's just not even possible. And then it ended up at their, it's a strategic Latin launch that's like predetermined before. I'm trying to think of the technical name they use for that. But in any case, it just showed up right at that exact tactical spot at their Latin launch. It's like, and he said he had like the hair on the back of his neck stand up straight, because that was like it. Basically, like I'm 5 steps ahead of you guys. Like, I even know where your Latin launch is,
man.
Yeah. So, and again, I could give you example after example.
For
after
sure.
example,
Yeah. No, that
but
makes
that's
sense.
just one.
That's
Yeah,
pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So what do you think are like the implications on like day-to-day kind of like human thinking and affairs? Say it's just like it's proven without any sort of doubt or whatever. It's proven that there is like life forms that just dwarf our kind of technology and understanding of the universe. What do you think that does to human beings? Think that's a good, or you think that'll like spin people out, or maybe make us be a little nicer knowing we have like other life forms watching us?
Yeah. I think I always felt that it would be a little scary, right? But that's okay. I mean, reality's reality. It's been going on for a long time. It doesn't seem to be here to hurt us, because others might argue with me on that point. But for the most part, seems to be a fairly benign. I mean, there are other aspects of the phenomenon that one might argue is a little scary, but whatever. That's a whole nother.
Well, I would argue. I would argue. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. Yeah, please.
I would argue if they're that advanced, there's a huge chance they're not kind of like predacious and like, you know what I mean? Because it'd be hard to be that advanced while you're still dealing with kind of like those more animal aggressive kind of instincts.
Yeah.
You think you would implode like human beings? Like if we don't kind of get our kind of aggressive instincts under control, we might like blow ourselves up.
Oh yeah. No, it's really funny actually. And to your point. I interviewed this guy, Robert Salas, who was a launch control officer during the height of the Cold War. And I think he was in charge of Minuteman missiles, but they were nuclear arms. And I'm not sure if it was Minot or anyways, one of these bases housing nuclear weapons. And objects were seen over the base, documented over the base. And then all of their vast majority of nuclear weapons went into a no-go situation. They were just shut off, and they're all independently controlled. I report about it in my film, The Phenomenon. And I talked to Salas about this, and it was funny. I could see why he was a launch control officer, because he's got this demeanor where he's just like super mellow and calm and just measured and just doesn't, he's like, well, James, the message I got from that is almost like taking matches out of the hands of a baby. Maybe you shouldn't be playing with these things. Yeah. And I was like, wow, never thought of it that way. Wow.
I never heard of that. So they all just deactivated.
Yeah. Oh, there's 50 cases in my film, The Phenomenon. I literally did a deep dive in there with the help of this guy, Robert Hastings, who wrote the book on it. And you'll hear officer after officer after officer about incursions over military bases. They seem to be like some people had put it, like a moth to a flame. Like anytime there's nukes around, the phenomenon kind of just comes around to check it out. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, Senator Harry Reid, former Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, gave me an interview. I think it was like 2019. And he was the one that started this, one of the key people that started this UFO investigation, ATIP, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. Before that, it was OSAP. But in any case, I asked him, it went on for 10 years. It was never meant to go public. But again, people had protested from the inside from excessive secrecy and walked some evidence out of the Pentagon onto the front page of the New York Times. And it went on for 10 years. It was found out in like at the end of 2017. It started around 2008, 2007, something like that. Mm-hmm. And I said, what were some of the more astonishing aspects of the phenomenon that you learned during that 10-year Pentagon investigation? And he goes, right away, just like that. He goes, they're interested in our nukes. And I was like, oh, whoa, I'd heard about that a little bit. So we did a whole segment on it within the phenomenon of yeah.
Wow. That's
So,
pretty crazy.
Yeah. And there are a lot of incursions going on, military bases all over the place still. So I don't know. I think it's a far more complex issue than one might, gather.
Yeah, true.
It doesn't have like one easy explanation. I've been doing this 30 years and I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, it's one of those things that does.
I wish I did.
Well, it kind of dwarfs the perceived power of governments, where you're like, the United States, where like we have all these missiles, or like the cutting edge of technology. And then you see something that's so much more advanced. If it's really buzzing around, kind of like it makes the government less authoritative almost. So you're kind of like, all right, dude. Like,
I thought it would have a unifying effect on all of humanity, quite honestly. I mean, if there's an outside force, I mean, Reagan had talked about it, but he used more of his threat. But if you have something I think it would unify us.
yeah,
Excuse me. I remember interviewing Apollo astronaut Edgar Mitchell, and he was Apollo 14, sixth man to walk on the moon, and he said on the way to the moon, he was so caught up in all the data, and he might as well have been a simulator. But coming back, he got to kind of really just look at the Earth and look at and really feel what he was doing. He was hurling through this little tin can through the vastness of space and darkness. And he goes, "You don't know dark until you've been into space. Like it's a vacuum out there." And he goes, "I looked at Earth and I watched it slowly getting bigger and bigger, and all those invisible lines. I didn't see any territories, and I was imagining all the wars that were taking place and all this." And he really felt, not just saw, but felt like humankind as one race, one, you know what I mean? One people kind of thing. And I think that this reality will help accelerate that. Yeah, in my opinion.
I think it's a good thing. But you get a lot of people who start being like, they're trying to use this to start up a new world government and blah, 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 blah. And it's like,
I don't think they have control of it. I really don't.
Yeah, I would argue
someone
that.
who's investigated all around the world for 30 years.
There's no way.
I don't think that I think that they're doing what they're doing.
True, and it's one of those things where it's like, if there say for argument's sake, say there were some just human beings who are so powerful they were engineering these kind of crafts. It's like, well, guess what? They're going to do whatever they want, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's awesome, man. I think it's pretty cool, and I think it is I don't know. I think it's good for people to have kind of shocks to their system, and I think the UAP kind of like reality of other life forms is a good shock to the system in a way.
I mean, if you look at the program, you'll see, refreshingly, you'll see a bipartisan effort. You'll see Democrats and Republicans working together, being civil, and like really trying to get to the bottom of it. And I love that.
Yeah.
About that, it's uniting Congress and our elected officials, no question about it. You're looking at AOC with Tim Burchett being really kind to each other and calling each other colleagues, and it's very. Yeah, I love that. I think we need more of it.
Yeah, because you can get so into your like hometown versus a country. You're like ants on a hill. You're like, this is this huge place. Then you get a cosmic perspective, and you're like,
right?
Oh, fucking that's nothing.
They should send all politicians into space.
They should. That'd be awesome. Or just give them a ton of LSD.
There you go. Either or.
Sure.
Is it possible that this is it's us, but an ancient civilization? Like if Elon Musk or Bill Gates, if something happened now, they would just go into their bunkers, and they have huge bunkers, and their civilization would grow for thousands of years. And everybody else on top, we decelerate and we become back to cavemen. And now 12,000 years later, they're finally coming to the surface again. But it's us, just a more advanced civilization that was able to keep going.
I've heard that theory, and one of the things that I'm coming to terms with is that all options are on the table as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I've heard interdimensional, I've heard future, coming back from the future. I've heard interplanetary. I've heard they're right here all along, down in our oceans and in specific locations around the world. And I can't say no to any of them. I have to keep all options on the table. And at one point jokingly says, "I'm a huge universe." I said, maybe it's all the above. Maybe it's not just one race. Maybe it's a number of different things. It's one of the reasons why I showed some incredible Hubble telescope photography from space and galaxies. And one photograph in particular from NASA is they look like almost stars. There's so many of them, but then you realize they're not stars. You're looking at galaxies, and each one of those galaxies has like 400 billion stars, right? And it's like, and you're looking at all these pinpoints of light, and those are all galaxies, and you're thinking, you got to be kidding me. That's just incomprehensibly big,
Yeah.
right? It's like, and we're just like, there's more stars. There's 10,000 times more stars than there are grains of sand on all the beaches in the world.
Fucking
It's like
crazy.
10,000 times.
So you can't even wrap your head
And
around
it's getting
it.
bigger by the day. And now they're talking about multiverses and stuff. It's like, God only knows, man. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes it's like, my mind hurts thinking about it. Like, I don't know, man. Sometimes when I think about the vastness and like how it keeps going on, and if it's not infinite, then where does it stop?
Well, this is the thing that fucks me up. It has to be infinite because
it
if it
warps
were
my
to stop, it
brain.
can only stop by a sort
Something
of
stopping
border,
it.
and there'd have to be something on the other edge of the border. So it has to be by definition
It's
infinite.
so insane.
The universe really is like ruled by like dream logic. That's the only place a thing can be infinite and non-infinite is in a dream. Don't get me started, dude. So I was freaking out in the Uber last night.
It blows my mind. Seriously, I'm just like,
But you know what I'm talking about, though? It has to be infinite because if it were finite, there'd be a bordering edge, and there'd have to be some physical thing on. You can't have something that borders that doesn't have another side of it. So it can't be It has to be infinite, otherwise.
I remember one time thinking to myself, like, I have no idea why I'm here. What the hell's going on?
I do that every day.
I don't think we're here to hate each other.
Yeah,
That's one thing I feel like, come on.
yeah. Well, it doesn't feel good in your body. That's what I've been doing. It's like people say, like, this is crazy. It's all airy fairy talk. It's like, well, dude, if you like just assume we're these kind of like struggling animals with nothing other than animal instincts, and our whole sense of consciousness is like, just wafting off these. It's just like this nonsense that's wafting off our instincts. It's like to take that worldview it literally hurts your body.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I agree with you, man. I
Right.
think if you kind of open yourself up to like the kind of cosmic scale, becoming basically like a cosmic patriot rather than your country or people will be mad at me for that. Like, ooh, but you can like your country, but also be like, I'm also a citizen of the universe. Just
Absolutely.
Opening yourself up to that scale feels good.
I remember asking Edgar Mitchell. It was really funny because we're in the middle talking about UFOs, and he like kind of grew up in Roswell, the surrounding areas, and so he knew all the ranchers from back in the late 40s, early 50s, actually even earlier than that. And I was like, God, I'm so sorry to ask this question of you because I'm sure you get asked this all the time. What was it like to go to the moon? And he's like, well, James, if you'd like, I'll tell you, and so I got such a detailed description of what it was like, right down to when they landed on the lunar surface. They were hearing these meteorites pelting the skin of their craft, and they've been up basically for 3 days. And NASA's like, you guys need to go to sleep, and they were like, oh no, man, I want to. They tried to go to sleep, and then they were too excited. They were like, told NASA, we're overriding your recommendations. We're putting our suits on. We're going.
Wait, so they were up for 3 days straight, and they were just like,
Yeah,
oh, man.
they couldn't sleep. They were on the lunar surface, and he said they put their suits on, and they went out there, and he's walking around the lunar surface, and he says he sees off in the distance this blue marble. I love sharing this story because it's so crazy. This blue marble suddenly rise. It was an Earthrise from the moon, and he said there it was, this oasis of life, suspended in the darkness of space, the vacuum of space, such a hostile environment around it, right? And there it rose, and he had these big gloves on, and he put up one hand, and he blocked out the entire Earth, right, from the lunar surface.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, all that I know, all that I've learned, all the borders, all the people, and I'm blocking it out with one hand.
Damn.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Wait, so the Earth rises when you're on the moon?
Yeah,
Kinda
he
like
said it
the
was an
sun?
Earthrise. Yeah, it was an Earthrise. Yeah, isn't that
That's so fucking
crazy?
cool. That's so cool.
Yeah, and he was like, it was like a blue marble. Like he said, it's suspended in a vastness. He goes, you don't understand the vacuum of space until you've been there. Like it's dark, it's hostile, and there's this oasis, this life oasis. And yeah, it's really.
It does suck, and it sucks to waste it just being
Oh
just
my gosh,
fucking miserable
it's all,
dick.
it's all we got.
I know, and I'm guilty of that. I can be a miserable dickhead, but it's like it really is, especially when you look at it. It's like if you look at the scale, and then you get into like the math behind like what are the if they go, all right, it all happened by chance. Well, what is like the mathematical probability of that? And it's like literally, if you were a math person, you'd be like, well, yeah, my own math proves that this happening for no reason is so statistically improbable.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and they go, well, it's just because the universe is infinite and that anything can happen. It's like, okay, like, all right, yeah, that's cool.
I wonder sometimes if we just like, I used to think back when I first started this, because I was like, I would go into the field. I wouldn't just read books or go to conferences. I would actually go to locations and meet with witnesses on UFO sightings all over the place. And so I knew the phenomenon was real. I mean, unless everybody I was talking to, including pilots and FAA officials and civilians and governors, all lying, I was like, well, maybe, it's such a big universe. It's, the galaxy, whatever, Milky Way, we probably just get periodic visitation for whatever reason. The governments decide to cover it up. That's what I thought. Sure. But now, all these years later, I'm like, oh my gosh, now I feel like I know less today than I did when I started.
Yeah.
Because like you said, like, could it be time travelers? Yes, it could. Could it be interdimensional? Yes, it could. Could it be interplanetary? Sure could. Why not? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Tucker Carlson now is like,
he's freaked out.
He's big on the interdimensional thing.
I'm done.
Yeah. He's like out of nowhere.
He tapped out.
He got off of Fox and he was just, next thing you know, it was just like, there's interdimensional entities, blah, blah, blah. And everyone's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, no, he tapped out.
What do you mean he tapped out?
He's not doing the UAP anymore.
He just doesn't even want to talk about it.
He learned certain things and he's like, we're done. I'm not doing this. And it's funny actually because one of the things that Senator Harry Reid said to me was that they were just trying to get some of these senators to look at the data, look at the evidence, and they were so dismissive of, they said it's demonic, and I'm not going to engage with that. So because they couldn't explain it, or for whatever reason, it was just written off. So there's that wing of the elected officials that have looked at it like that way. I don't know if they're still looking at it that way, but they were like, it's demonic, and we don't want anything to do with it. I'm not even going to look at it.
Damn.
That's what he told me.
Yeah.
And even people within the Pentagon saying that.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense especially if you're like an older man, and typically politicians, and I would say even more so like military people. A lot of them are sort of kind of like a rigid, kind of like insulated, and like not like they're not saying like they're egoic, but it is like they have a very kind of top down way of thinking, and like stuff like this is just like there's no time for it.
One of the people in the part of the UAP task force, I'm not sure what year he was involved, but his name is Lenval Logan, great guy, and he goes, it's crazy. He goes, we pick up a Russian MiG or something on the radar, and it's all hands on deck. And yet, when it doesn't have any markings on it, we can't identify it. It's like nothing to see here, folks. It's like he's like, well, how could that be? What? Like if it had a Russian flag or a Chinese flag, it would be all hands on deck.
Yeah.
But because it doesn't have that, it's flying rings around. We can't stop it, control it, whatever. It's like nothing to see here, folks. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of nuts.
That's what he said. Yeah.
There's got to be some sort of directive. Like I said, if you're military, there's rules for everything. So to be like, we'll get that.
He's
later,
like, how can that be? I was like, it's a great quote. It's one of the quotes at the end in the credit. I always like to, when I'm editing a film, I'll get a lot of what I call GMs or golden moments, and I always paint those. I color those like a gold color. And then I put them, if I can't find a place for them in the movie, I tuck them aside in my GM, basket. And then at the end of the film, I'll go, oh God, can I squeeze these in somewhere? And if I can't squeeze them in, one time I was like, why don't I just sprinkle them throughout the credits? So now I always love doing that. What I'll do is I'll get my little GMs, and that moment with Lenval Logan, who's part of the UAP task force, is sprinkled in the credits at the end. So
that's awesome.
If you do watch the program, watch it all the way through to the end, because there's lots of cool stuff sprinkled throughout the credits.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, isn't that fun?
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
Damn, man. So we'll wrap this up. I think this has been awesome, by the way. Thank you.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
My question is, so say if somebody, the biggest doubting Thomas, or one of the, if someone pretty close-minded is like, I don't even want to think about this stuff. Do you have like one kind of like silver bullet you'd be like, check this out? Or would you just?
I would have to say that if you watch the program and you still think there's nothing to it, I think that's going to be nearly impossible. Damn. I really do.
Okay.
Just because of the bipartisan effort, the congressional hearings, people testifying under oath, some of the video photographic cases and radar. And look, the DOD's, begrudgingly admitting that the phenomenon's real. They're not lying anymore about that.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they're trying to control how this stuff comes out, but it's happening. It's coming out. Okay, so one can speculate all day long as to where it's coming from and what its objective or agenda. That's up for speculation, but the phenomenon is real, and it defies a conventional explanation.
Awesome. Dude, thank you so much, James.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for doing this, man.
Of course.
Watch the program. Thank you, James.
Of course.
later on.